Thank you for taking the time to click on L.O.R.E. Please subscribe here and don't forget to follow us on twitch.tv/LoreLivePlay.
The province of Talantis, a lush landscape almost untouched by civilization. A prime example of nature thriving, domineering the slow-growing settlements on its fringes.
It is here that something new has begun to take shape. Creatures not native, nor natural by evolutionary means have made themselves known to curious outward eyes.
Curiosity, however, should be shared with a side of caution. These creatures show much aggression, are exceedingly territorial, and have presented themselves as a problem for many. But maybe not for a few whose paths have yet to be determined.
Whether or not these individuals walk the paths that will be presented to them,
Events will unfold as they will.
No one is ever appropriately called to action
but these few,
Will have a hand
in uncovering
the guise of these
new
new untamed
untamed
beasts.
Hello, my name is Mathew Garro. I will be the Dungeon Master for this adventure. And let's introduce our next one. To my right is Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla Pitts. I'll be playing Zilri. That's all I'm gonna say today.
Let's go down to the bottom right. It's Dylan.
Hi, I'm Dylan, also known as DG Holstein. I'll be playing Azazel.
Right below me is Ryan.
Hello, I'm Ryan K. That's all you're getting out of me. I'm playing Zoral.
And we got in the other corner, we have Sarah.
Hello, I'm Sarah Hagakor, voiceover, Instagrammer, face the booker, and I'm here to play Orn, the lizard folk.
And finally, to my left is Mr. Ferguson. So last episode, whichever you prefer to use, we had a group of separate individuals, some native, some visiting the fishing town of Semyaza, where they were all independently looking for information regarding the new types of creatures that have been appearing across the province of Talantis over the past few months, and following a few rumors on said creatures. It is here they inadvertently met in the center of the Caster's waterfront, where a large series of caravans had kind of passed through, revealing itself to be a traveling zoo owned and operated by the gnomish individual known as Nesbit Rebelzel. In his joyous and ostentatious fashion, he tried to incite the crowd a little bit, get them geared up, and present his zoo that they would be showcasing for in the capital city of Sarand later in the next week. He revealed a few interesting looking creatures that started to bring a little bit of intrigue yet panic among the crowd and the players themselves, until Zoral made the first move to question the release and the capture of these strange and weird creatures. Each character themselves partook in questioning and confronting Nesbit until Azazel, having a bit of an authority or a role in the guard force, put a stop to it all and quickly inspected each and every caravan and each and every animal. It was revealed that two of the particular caged animals were a little bit more intelligent than the rest. So a deal was made that so long as they were released, he could go about his merry way and would not get in trouble for it. Nesbit begrudgingly agreed, especially considering Orn decided to try and force her way into the crowd, starting a bit of a brawl between her and the bosun and the couturier. Trovic and Doxia, also known as Little Flower, made their escape using the help of Azazel and Zoril and Zilri, although Trovik did crash himself through the walls and had to be forcibly pulled through. But Nesbit's traveling zoo left in a huff and in a hurry, and the five of you reconvened to quickly introduce each other, and with Azazel taking charge, specifying that we could all work together to find a little bit more information on these strange new creatures. That is where we left off, and that is where we are today. It is still about mid-morning at this time. The overcast is still there. It is humid. It maybe would have been an hour has passed since you first wandered through town, each individually, and seen the scene that unfolded there. The crowd has mostly dispersed. The bosun, a little bit more begrudgingly, have gone back to their authoritative positions, though a lot of them seem to be going towards the bars like the rest of the sailors and the fishers. But the five of you stand in the middle of the water's caster front. There are still a handful of individuals on the markets continuing to go about their day and day, and there are along with a few guards that are still on the patrol now. What would you all like to do from here?
Well, I just want to say that my mic was muted on Streamlabs, like the whole fucking intro, so... Hi, I'm Trovik.
Professional.
Yeah.
Consummate professional.
2 weeks, man. Let's see what happens. Oh. I'll look at the stand up off my knees from earlier, and look around, and this is quite interesting. What is this, like town or village, or where are we? I look to everybody, like, does anybody know?
Oh, we're in Semyaza. This is Semyaza. Welcome to Semyaza.
It seems like a bit of a damp town, and this is Doxia speaking.
Right.
Your Leonin female companion, Trovik.
Little girl, yes.
Yes, I am a young woman.
She's comparatively average sized compared to you, big guy.
She's actually quite tall. She's maybe pushing 5'6", 5'8". Well, between 5'6" and 5'8".
Suck it, Azazel.
She's a bit slender. She does look a lot younger than what you would expect, comparably maybe in her teen years. But she's quite tall for someone of her race, it seems. At least what you know, first glance.
Right, so as I was sort of talking about earlier, to get you out of that bit of trouble you were in, I was sent on here on a mission to ascertain some information about unsavory beasts in the area, and I'll pull out my little notebook and flip open to the statement that I took from a group of hunters, and I'll just kind of, while I'm asking this, look from person to person, probably looking a little bit more on Orn than the others, and describe the 15-foot tall creature that looked like a lizard folk but was brownish and had a carapace armor, 3 large horns, and a jaw that looked like an alligator that was peachy colored. It's much more descriptive than what I'm saying right now, but yeah. Really descriptive. Does that sound familiar to anyone in particular?
Doxia kind of just... No, we haven't seen anything like that. I mean, we've been inside a box for quite a while. But even with the other animals there, nothing of that description.
Yeah, the carts were a little too small to really fit anything like that. I'll look to Zorl. You look fairly well traveled. Was that any sort of thing you ever came across? Anything that might have looked like that?
Is that anything that I mean, I know
would
quite a
say
few animals.
You, as a druid and as part of the Thorn tribe, you've encountered a lot of beasts, more natural, common beasts, but nothing of that description.
That does not sound like anything natural. It sounds like perhaps a product of imbalance or something. I have not seen it or anything like it before. It's worrisome, though.
Yeah, apparently it's quite fearsome for a lot of the people around here. It's not a good time. Well, that's not really the leads that I was looking for, but I think the skills you all have might be a bit promising. So, I don't own you or your wills, but I would appreciate a little bit of assistance.
Well, all right. If you feel we could help.
If it comes to unnatural creatures, I'm certainly wanting to know more, so I can lend my assistance. But I do also want to know Trovic and your name, Lion Girl, again.
My name is Doxia.
This is Little Flower.
He calls me Little Flower.
And she says this with a bit of like sigh.
Right. You have a home?
My home is in the Feywild. My home is not here.
Yes, and we are going to get you home. That is
That is the plan, yes.
Priority number one.
And what about you?
Me?
Trovic, you want to go to your home?
No.
That's fair.
Not really a home worth going back to.
He is home, but don't know if Trovic is welcome there anymore. He, sometimes you outgrow and must spread your arms.
Sound advice. And then I'll turn to Zilri. And are you interested in this sort of crusade? This the expedition to ascertain the guise of these untamed beasts?
You know, Azazel, I am. And you don't realize, but I've had my arm across your shoulders since you asked if anybody wanted to help. I'm like,
oh, wow.
I am here to help. Starflower. It was Azazel Starflower, right?
Yes, Azazel Starflower. That's my name.
Holy shit. She
Well,
got my
buddy,
name right.
yeah, I'm definitely on board. I sure am on board. And I say, would we all like to band together? You know, maybe see where this next adventure takes us.
What is
And
band?
I'm looking around for daylilies while I'm saying all of this, just on the ground.
I'd say you won't see any particular plants within the vicinity. It is most of the area is covered in like cobblestone.
No
and
flowers at all, huh?
And the caster's waterfront, though, kind of made up of like small planks and boards. It is quite muddy underneath. You'd probably have to venture maybe closer to shore or closer to the entrance or exits of the town. maybe find some wild vegetation.
But yeah, Azazel, I'm on board.
I like the sound of that. And lastly, our little scaly friend.
No!
Oh, we just had like a whole thing going. I thought, why not?
Why? You need me?
Well, I'm glad you asked. See, not only are you sort of the local that I've gathered, you're also sort of a. If anyone could communicate with such a formidable large creature, it would be you. It's not 100%, but it's possible, and you, as being the most versed in the area, could help know where any informants might be, the best way to go about finding this creature. You are one of the most valuable assets to this arrangement.
I look at the little flower and I say, little red man just called lizard woman asshat.
I don't. And she kind of looks at you curiously. I didn't get that.
What is asshat?
I don't know what an asshat is.
It can't be good.
I don't think it is.
Sounds like insult.
Could be. I've never heard of something like that. I mean,
Pat the
a hat-
lizard on the. Do you want me to stand up for you?
And then Orn agrees under the stipulation. Fish!
We can get you fish. Yeah, that's totally doable. All right.
simple.
Well,
Simple request. Okay.
should we
Okay.
find our first informant?
Well, who's gonna carry the fish? I definitely don't want to carry the fish. So.
You pescophobic or something?
Orn points
no,
to
I'm
Trovic.
Hey, if I'm going to be carrying bag of fish, then I want dibs on the meals. And also, someone find me axe.
You got an axe? Oh.
Hey,
Well, currently,
feeling a little naked here.
currently Trovic and Doxia only have essentially the fur on their back, and very limited clothing.
I
Though
don't have
the two of them are
money.
more animalistic, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. The clothing is by choice.
So, weapon.
We get to weapon.
first.
Yes, I mean, Trovic was savage beast, but only half the Minotaur I used to be. Without X.
Does that make you like a quarter man and a quarter bull?
They look very
Okay.
confused.
Let's find an axe.
Side quest.
Side quest.
Forge an X. You need.
While they're trying to figure that out, Zilri takes out her bird lucky charm and pets it, and just says, "Seems like we're on track here in Semyaza," and then puts it back in her pouch.
Okay. So so I'm assuming the first task is to find Trovic some sort of weapon.
Trovic
That,
would
seems
agree
to
with
be
you. Mysterious voice man.
So I would say it's not too difficult to find some sort of like smithy in town. There is there's like maybe 2 or 3 locations. They're not necessarily like a fighting or an armed location, but they do have a handful of like weapons and whatnot. Going in easy enough, like a standard. You said you wanted a battle axe or a great axe?
I want it to be great.
A great axe?
Really great.
Really, really great.
Really,
The
really
very
great.
best that no one ever was.
Yes.
Just the greatest.
The really greatest X that there ever has been.
Okay, so the Pokemon references always great. The human smith. Yes, we've got a really, really, really great axe for you. Simply 30 gold pieces for it.
And I looked at Little Flower. Little Flower, the him say 30 gold.
I think that's their currency.
Is it good or bad?
I don't know. She kind of looks. Is 30 gold good or bad?
Well, right now I've only got about 3 on my entire person. Oh.
I have 10.
I'm going to pound on counter and say, listen, man.
Oh no.
This man kind of like he's looking up at you because he's never encountered a Minotaur before, so he's a little like on edge. Yeah.
I am Great Orc. I will protect town for you in trade for this great axe.
What? Orc?
This one thing. Listen. Okay? I will protect town from all evil and help take over more villages for your town. Help expand like Trovik home in trade for super great axe. It is this is good, no? And stick out my arm. Like
He is genuinely confused. I would say make a persuasion check.
my best thing.
Or a deception check if you're lying to him.
Oh shit. Let's see. What am I doing? Oh, okay.
Sounds like a persuasion check to me.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. With my +0. Hey, natural 20. Meow, 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 meow.
Oh, thank God.
So what's your total?
20.
Straight 20.
Yep. 20. It's a bad year.
He looks at the rest of you like dumbfounded.
This is good, no?
Sure.
Alright. Then it is done, and I like snort out in my
He looks a little disgusted, but like,
grab his arm and shake.
He shakes your hand. All right, if you're gonna protect the town, then he goes over, gets you a very basic yet well-made, unused great axe, hands it to you. Tell you what, if you're gonna protect the town, maybe do it from outside the town doors. Sounds good?
I look at Little Flower.
She shrugs. Sounds good.
This is good, and yeah. So I go now.
So he gives you the great axe, and I'd say, hang on. Who's got? I'd say Trovik and Azazel, you have like a decent passive insight. You can tell like this guy's just like, I don't know what you are and what's going on. Just please take this and leave.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's just like he's willing to just you know what here. You look like you have issues. He's kind of giving that vibe. He hands you this solid looking great axe.
Lucky charms.
All right.
Wait. We have your axe. Now what?
Well, like the man
So-
said, I think we got to get outside the walls of the town. There was a stipulation there.
Yes. Azazel, you saw this creature? You know where it is?
I did not see it. I talked to people who claim they saw it, and then I'm here to see where it might be. Unfortunately, all I have is statements from witnesses, and no witnesses here in the town. So That's trouble.
Doxia chimes in. Well, have you talked to anybody in the town? Are you looking for a specific creature or a creature?
Well, I suppose the specific one I'm looking for is the 15-foot tall lizard folk looking one with the horns, but
That sounds scary.
Orn perks up and looks excited.
Orn, is that something that's familiar to you?
Orn's just excited. Has nothing else to say.
All right.
That one's hard to read.
So that's the local I've spoken to, and apparently they don't know what's what. So
Doxia kind of looks at you, Trovik. Maybe we should find someone else to talk to?
Yes, we should look in tavern immediately.
Could go for a drink.
Wait.
Yeah, let's hit up the tavern.
I'm very forgetful. I forgot there's one more member of our group that we should probably get to know before we start working together. And I'll snap my fingers. Then on my shoulder appears a spotted owl. But unlike the typical brown and white, it is a gray owl with black spots on it. And I'll say, this is Pepper. Pepper's my partner and my friend here. He's an extra couple eyes in the sky and a little voice in my head too. He's a pretty helpful one.
Zilri immediately puts her hand on Orin's shoulder, just to make sure Orin doesn't go anywhere near your owl.
The owl just kind of sits. The owl just sits on Azazel's shoulder.
Smells good.
Orin, come on.
I'm telling you right now, my friend, if you try and eat it, it won't work. He'll just disappear back to his home, and you'll have nothing in your belly. And then I'll be upset at you. And you don't want me to be upset at you.
What kind of weird beard shit is this?
Azazel,
That's magic.
You hear in your head, you hear Pepper's voice. Are you really going to let this creature eat me? Or should we just be 10, 15 feet at least away from this one?
I'd never let it eat you. Just be on guard around it. I think that's a good call.
I mean, I'm always watching. But yes, now I have an extra thing I need to keep my eyes upon.
Yeah, sorry, they could be good help.
Hopefully.
Yeah. All right, so let's go find us an informant.
Sometimes when you guys post comments. Continuing on. So the first, so where would you guys like to go to? Trovik wants to go to a tavern.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The rest of you, any particular location?
Drink sounds good to Zilri.
Okay.
I guess I was told to go down to the docks, but yeah, we'll try another tavern.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
All right.
Well, you know.
Are we still in the town, or did the group
Walking
leave?
into
You guys, so the group of you are still standing and speaking in the
Semyaza?
caster. You are currently still in Semyaza. You're still talking in the caster's waterfront. So that's like, think of it like the harbor.
Yeah. Okay. So Orin's gonna go pick up their mace, their
Your
Morning
equipment.
Star back at the house, back at the hut, the lizard hut.
All right. So the rest of you just immediately
the
see
hut.
Orin just run off down the street. Just like,
Oh, okay.
Should I try to follow her, or are we...
I don't think that would be a good idea and or necessary.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So
they'll find
Trovik, you
us.
want to find a drink? Let's find that tavern.
Hells yes.
Hells yes.
so Orin, it takes you a few minutes, but you immediately run back to your home, grab all your equipment, your weapons and whatnot. You see one of your lizard folk companions that kind of lives with you, just kind of like sitting at on a stool in the kitchen, just kind of like slowly slurping up some sort of like liquid meal. We'll say like a soup, and she's like, and you immediately just run out. And as the rest of you kind of like walk back through the through the main roads in in Semiaza, you do see one of the bars there. This one, let's say this one is the Sunken Ferry. So I believe, I know one of you, I think it was Zorl, had initially ventured into this one. It's got the sign on it that has like a waterlogged looking ferry as the sign. It just kind of looks sitting in almost like a bucket or a puddle and just drenched and looking unamused.
Pretty sure that was me.
It was Azazel. My mistake.
Yeah.
Mistakes were made.
The place I was told had no information, and we're back.
Oh,
That's okay.
that's cool.
I'm gonna say, or make a perception check for me. See if you're quick enough to catch them as they go into this bar or into this tavern.
Perception. Do. Oh, well, that's a 5.
It's a 5. You come back to the Caster's waterfront, and they are not there. And you look around, and they are nowhere in sight.
Over.
Orin decides that Orin will just sit down and wait because he'll think that they'll just come find him. There's too many tracks and it can't track in the mud.
Okay, you literally just plop down in the middle of the Caster's waterfront. A couple people kind of give curious eyes, but they kind of just diminish those thoughts. They're just like, whatever. It's one of the lizard folk. They do it. They're simple. The rest of you walk into the Sunken Ferry. Azazel, you're back in a familiar tavern. You do see it is lively. It seems a little bit more lively than it was before. You assume a handful of the residents that were at the Caster's waterfront that now decided to head to this local bar. The same half-elf individual is behind the bar, kind of like prepping a whole bunch of different drinks to one of the servers there. Yes, Troll.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go.
I was just gonna say, would Trovik have noticed his new lizard friend missing?
Oh, you immediately saw Orn run off. All of you. You immediately just darted down one of the streets. It's not like it was just like she snuck off. She just started running. None of you.
Sorry, I keep interrupting.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'm gonna double back real quick and look because we're missing a party member. So.
Okay, easy enough.
I just tell.
I follow the Minotaur.
I just tell Little Flounder, I'm like, these people seem okay. Stay with them. I'm going to go back because I'm not missing opportunity to drink with Lizard.
Okay. Just, do you know how to get back here? She kind of looks. It's this sign, the one with the ferry.
Yes.
Okay.
It's conflicting messages. Okay.
Easy enough. You run back down to the Caster's waterfront, and as you're going about, a lot of people are just staring at you. You definitely stick out. You're a Minotaur in a city of humans, orcs, and dwarves, and the occasional lizard.
Big Red Bull.
A big Red Bull, just going for a little stroll down the streets.
No sponsors.
You do see Orn. Just sitting there in the middle of the Caster's waterfront with people just kind of like passing by.
Hey! Come on. We're going to get sloppy. Get going. Come.
Or follows along.
You look weird.
So the two of you make it back, and you see Doxia is just standing just outside the doorway, waiting patiently, and just sees you two, and she kind of just nods. The other three have already gone inside. Let's follow suit. So the three of you guys enter So Zilri, Azazel, and Zorl, the three of you entered while Doxia was standing outside waiting for Trovik and Orn. What do the three of you like to do while the others are making their way back?
Right when we walked in, I would have immediately like found a table or something because verbal descriptions are apparently not doing so hot for me. So I'm gonna try and sketch out the creature based on my as detailed as I could have description of it.
Okay. Make a general dexterity check for me. So roll a d20, add your dex modifier.
Yeah. 6.
6. You kind of draw a crudely looking, almost like standing lizard creature. It's got like this peachy colored skin, this like almost looks like weird shapes on its head all the way down its back, kind of like brownish in color, and it's got like these big side jaw kind of looking thing with all these teeth hanging out of it. It looks like
Trogdor.
Like what?
Trogdor.
I'm not familiar with that.
I'm too old. Sorry. Trogdor.
But it definitely looks like a child drew it. Unfortunately.
Roland would be so disappointed. That's not going to be much better. Okay. Physical description it is.
So there are a handful of there are no empty tables, but there are a handful of vacant seats at some of the larger tables. If you want to go and sit down, nobody seems to question whether you come join a handful of like individuals. The table you choose to sit at is like you do see like a human female, like a half elf woman, and an orc male kind of just sitting there. The two females are talking to each other. They're kind of like bantering on about just some of the work that they've been doing for the last week, and they're finally like taking a break. And the orc's just sitting there kind of like drinking, just listening in. He looks so unamused. The rest of you kind of follow suit eventually, and you do spot them sitting in an area of the room. But there's only one more seat at that table, unless you want to sit elsewhere or ask the others to leave, or something else.
Is there any empty tables, or all of them are full?
Majority of the tables are full. There are a handful of empty seats throughout the bar itself, and it is very. I keep saying very. It is lively in here. It is full. So.
Yeah, I'll grab. Do a walk around and grab all the spare chairs. Not all of them, but enough for the group.
Okay, you grab 2 extra chairs, and you start kind of like sifting through the crowd. You kind of bump into a couple people, knocking over some drink, like spilling some drinks. Like one individual, you kind of elbow the back of their head. Hey, what the hell? And okay, never mind. And just goes back to his drink quietly and just kind of staring at you from a distance, immediately intimidated by, a bull at a china shop. You kind of like put down 2 extra chairs. The 2 women and the male kind of look up at you. Their speeches with the orcs are just like, grunts, and everybody kind of just shifts around, and you all have enough room. It's a little cramped now, but there are the 5 of you and these. There are the 6 of you and these 3 other individuals sitting at this table, kind of like almost elbow to elbow. And the other 3 are just doing their best to ignore you at the moment.
Cozy.
I get a drink over there. I don't know if I've been in this bar before, but I'm looking for a drink over here.
You do see 3 of the servers are kind of like rushing about, whatnot. She catches your hand out in the air. She nods. About a minute or 2 comes back. She comes back. Yes, dearie. Sorry for the wait. What can I get for you and your group? I don't know what that is. I don't know if we have what that is. Maybe can someone translate for me?
It's lizard for vodka and ale, and lots of it.
Vodka and ale. All right, we have vodka. What sort of ale would you like? I have a plentiful.
I lean in to the group. I don't know what is.
Do you have any that taste like fish? I feel like he would like some. They would like some that taste like fish.
She thinks for a moment. I think we have 3 different kinds. Do you prefer a salmon, a trout, or a squid?
Salmon!
All right, 1 salmon ale, and she looks at Trovik. Vodka or ale?
Both.
Both? Okay. She kind of gestures to the rest of you. Anything in particular? We have wines, we have ales, we have whiskeys, we have stouts, we have bourbons, we have brewskis.
I'll take a straight bourbon on ice. Thank you.
Straight bourbon. Okay. Coming right up. And for you, 2 gentlemen. And she kind of looks at you, Zoral and Zazel.
Just this strongest whiskey you have would be amazing. Thank you so much.
All right.
The ticket, Azazel.
Yeah.
Everybody's loosening up.
All right, one Tamerman with that as well. And
For
you, sir.
stress.
Don't ignore the music.
I don't trust the water here. So maybe a ale, regular ale.
Yes.
Okay, I'll pick something light for you. And she looks at Doxia. And you, miss? No, I'm okay. It seems too confusing. Just water's fine. All right. And she kind of scurries away.
I look at the group and I say they make ale taste like other things. Than ale?
I guess so. Seems like there's an abundance of options. Options are scary, so.
To be fair,
Let's go with the
Learning different ways to drink is sort of a pastime for a lot of people. It's a whole thing.
Learning.
Zoral, you said you didn't trust the water. What's that about?
Zoral.
Just. It seems. Dirty here. They get their water from a lake. I'm sure that they purify it, but I was interrupted by that macabre menagerie before I could inspect the drinking water here.
Mm.
And so maybe if we do find ourselves back by the lake, then I will resume my duty to inspect it. Until then, I prefer it to be included with some alcohol to purify it.
Understandable, yeah. I'm gonna lean closer to Zilri, and I'll say, "Hey, so you seem like you know how to talk. I haven't got shit from finding information from people. Maybe this big orc fella, maybe you could say some nice words and make him tell us about if he's seen a giant lizard creature. I don't know, make it natural."
Big orc fella.
Are you talking about me?
Yes, obviously.
Talk. I love to talk. I'm the talkingest damn thing you've ever saw. Yeah, I mean, I've been hanging out in this town for a little while now, and people like yourself, Azazel, seem to be very suspicious of people who just walk up to them and talk. So I haven't
never been
found
suspicious of anything.
I haven't found that to be the most successful direction when approaching people, but I think the way to get through to these people is their work. This is a fishmongering town, Azazel. Have you been asking them about if this 15-foot lizard during their fishing, have they seen anything weird? Maybe it's in the water. I feel like they're very simple folk. You just gotta approach
Or it could be
them.
impacting the local economy. You are so right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Azazel. You gonna finish that?
Yeah, the server eventually comes and brings all of your drinks. Orin, you do get a light, almost like a light beer, but it does taste like salmon. Zoral, you get something similar, a lighter beer or ale, but it kind of tastes like It tastes like fruit, like a mixture of like strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries. Something a little bit more fruity in its nature. Azazel, you get half, like almost like what are they called? You get like a highball glass with what looks like equivalent of like 2 shots of whiskey. You take a sip and it's just like, oh, it's got that warming sensation burning in the back of your throat, but then it just kind of like it just soothes right afterwards and hits you nicely.
Yep.
Trovik, it's vodka. It's straight vodka. It burns. It's like drinking alcohol.
It is good burn.
Zilri, you said you wanted just a regular ale, if I believe, right?
No, it's bourbon on ice.
Bourbon on ice. Okay.
I
So
will
what you
take
have
whatever
is she
ale
gives
was
you
delivered.
something called a belly burner. You take a shot of that, and it almost comes down smooth like water. But then you feel like your gut kind of just like start to warm up for a moment, and you're just like, and just like all this hot air comes out of your mouth, and you almost have to belch for it to go away.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
That is the good stuff.
Okay. So Zilri, are you gonna be asking the big guy, or are you still thinking I should?
I feel like I gave you a new perspective, Azazel, to try to approach these people. I think that you have it in you, you know? When I approach people, they just think I'm trying to steal something from them, and I can't imagine why that is.
What they call you liar, right?
Thanks,
I
Trovik.
feel
Yeah.
like I feel like our first impression is really informing a lot of our relationship, and I don't think that's great for a positive work environment. I'm sorry. I'll try and talk to the guy now.
It's not just you, Azazel. It's not just you. That drink really burned right through me. But I was bitter for a minute. But we're friends now. I'm just trying to give you good advice. People don't seem to
Okay.
trust me, so I think that you might have a better chance.
We can unpack that later if you want. But yeah, I'll try and do
I'd
some
really
talking.
like that, actually. No, but we have to get the job done. So.
right.
Is this conversation being held out loud? By any chance, are you guys just whispering it to
It
each
was
other?
like the hushed
out
friend
loud.
huddle. Oh, okay.
Okay, so you started whispering, but then you're going out loud. So you can see this orc is now just staring at you because he's sitting at the table and he can hear this conversation.
Yeah.
And he has your attention and he's just waiting for whoever he's got to speak to.
He's an orc? Full orc?
Male orc, yes. Full orc.
Oh, he's got my attention for sure. Maybe.
What does that mean?
Do you want Trovik to go talk? Trovik, good talker.
You just seem to
If-
get real excited there, Trovik.
He might be family. Could be
I mean,
related.
he already knows we're talking about him, so maybe we should all talk.
I mean, if any of you want to ask me a question, just ask me a question instead of talking about me when I'm right in front of you.
Where the fuck are
How's
you
the
from?
fish going?
I got like 3 different questions there. What is it you want?
Anybody? Otherwise.
Okay, you big red thing. I don't know what you are,
What
but
did you call me?
red thing. I don't know what are you. I've never seen something like you before.
I am fucking orc. Like you.
You are not an orc. I'm an
This
orc.
man
You're
insulting
something
me.
else.
No, I am orc. I was raised by orc. I am orc. This is true.
He pauses for a second. He looks at the rest of you.
Is this guy for real?
As real
You
as the
can't
ground
tell
we
that
walk
he's an
on.
orc?
He's not an orc.
And he kind of like gestures.
I'm an orc. He is not an orc. He is... What is he? I've never seen something like him.
Adopted?
Zoral's just gonna like heavily put his tankard down on the table. It's like, I'm sorry, was this conversation supposed to go somewhere?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Or
Yeah,
should I
right.
just leave?
Sorry about that. I'm an uncle.
You have used your words before, use them now.
Thank you, Zoral. You're a delightful person. I was sent here from Sarandon I'm here investigating sorts of a large creature. I was wondering if maybe you have seen it or heard of people that saw it, if it's been impacting the fishing around here. A sort of a 15-foot tall lizard folk looking creature with big carapace armor and horns, a giant alligator jaw. Anything of that sort ring a bell?
No, but that sounds terrifying, and I'd love to take a blade of that thing if I could.
Well, that's step 2 if we find the thing, probably. I heard
Ask him what
witnesses-
Orn did not like the sound of that and is staring at you.
Orin is staring at whom? The orc or Azazel?
Azazel for saying
Oh.
he's gonna cut down this 15-foot lizard.
Hey, Azazel.
only if it poses a serious threat. That's not step 1.
Ixnay on the lizard killing A. You know? Azazel.
What is
You're not very good at that language, whatever it was.
it is close?
You're telling me you didn't understand what I was saying? I thought it was very clear.
Orn, listen, that's not step 1. It's just,
I
if
think
it
she's trying
poses a
to
major
spell her
threat to
name.
the people around here,
Right.
Hey.
it's not going well.
Big guy, so that thinks Trovik is not work. What tribe are you from?
I'm not from a tribe. I
Okay.
work here. I live in this town.
So step out, step back. I'm like confused. What is
This orc looks at you confused as well.
tribe?
And just takes another swig of his tankard, puts it down.
Yeah, you're a bunch of weirdos. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Anything important I need to know? Or
Well,
should I
this
just,
is.
I should just leave.
Trovik sort of backs up. He'll just like hand his glass to him. If it's empty, I'll hand him my tankard. It's just like, there you go. Just take this. It's going to be okay.
Orn is
This is-
confused and slams their drink and also hands the empty cup to Trovik.
So
What the shit?
I think I apologize. These people are trying to find strange creatures and ask the people around here if they've seen any. This 15-foot tall lizard is but one of these. Is there anything around here like that, or not a creature that you recognize? Or do you know anybody that may have seen something like that?
He thinks for a moment.
I don't go anywhere other than the Longline Yards. But if you're looking for strange big animals,
And kind of looks back, looks around the tavern. He points over.
if this is gonna help this end this conversation,
And he kind of points towards the bar, and you see this this half orc woman, kind of like talking to the bartender. And she looks like she's got like a few tankards next to her, and she's got like a sack on the countertop, and she's discussing something with them.
talk to Marugame. I think maybe she can help you with what you're looking for. Are we done?
You have our gratitude.
Consider the conversation ended.
Great.
Unless, of course, you want to arm wrestle my buddy here. And I point at Trovik.
You see like this subtle grin over his face.
I don't know what he is, but he's big, and I like the idea.
From work
And
to
then I
work.
whisper to Trovik, I go, prove to this guy you're an orc, Trovik. And then I sit
I
back
am
and
orc.
I take Azazel's drink
Mm-hmm.
and I finish it.
You're paying for it. That's what you're doing.
Stand up and lift Azazel up by his arm.
Okay. This is a demeaning day.
Do you see? That wasn't so hard. Come.
Yeah, no, that was
Talk
really
to the
good.
half orc.
Yeah, okay. I'm 0 for 7. What the hell?
Azazel's just eating shit so far. I'm sorry.
I did so well with the guards. It's got to balance out somehow.
Yeah, it's true. You have a high point and a low point.
You just seem so upset.
Good with authority, bad with normal people.
So, the orc kind of like gets up, shifts over, and sits next to you, Trovik, and he kind of sticks his hand out.
All right, big red guy. You want to go?
Where
And he kind of like grips his.
You want to arm wrestle?
Fuck
You're-
yes. Why didn't
you're-
you ask me?
All right.
I'm gonna say I need you to make an athletics check for me. Or
boy.
no.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Make an athletics check for me.
Okay.
Oh, ho, ho.
Hey.
Gosh, Mickey. Ho, ho.
18.
18.
13 with a 5.
So he rolls a 12. So you both grip arms, and your hand is like almost twice the size of his, considering how, you're like 12 and a half feet, give or take. He's a full-sized orc. He's like almost reaching 6 feet, but he's just like, oh. And you're like slowly lowering his arm to one side. Make another check.
Looks
Anybody
like
want to get any bets in
your
on
arm
this?
is wanting to go somewhere. What'd you call me? Red thing? I'll call you green thing. Oh shit. Uh-oh. That was bad. 8.
8.
But smack
So
talking gets
immediate as you say that,
Oh, yeah? You think so, red thing?
and he immediately just kind of like full on almost knocks your arm straight down. You're holding it on by just a smidge, and you're just like, oh. The tables have turned immensely. I rolled 22.
Nice.
One more.
Uh-huh.
Well, this will determine if it goes back in your favor or not.
Okay.
That's a 15.
Can I do something?
What would you like to do, Zilri?
I will wait for that.
I wanna cast Unseen Servant.
Okay.
I'm just really worried about my buddy Trovik losing this battle after being told he's not an orc.
This
So
could be
I want to use
detrimental to my
Unseen
ego.
Servant to help him a little.
All right. I'll say make a sleight of hand check just to see if anybody notices you casting Unseen Servant.
$21.
Yeah, you're slippery enough that you can just do some subtle whispers and hand gestures under the table, and you specifically can see the faint silhouette of your unseen servant, where it's invisible to everybody else, and you hint and command it to go help out Trovik. You see it kind of like just walk over, and underneath, and it kind of sticks its hands underneath Trovik's arm as it's about to hit the table, and it's just slowly pushing it up a little bit. Trovik, you feel something kind of like holding your hand in place ever so slightly. I'll say you can make this check with advantage.
Okay. Shit, fucking ghosts. 14 and a 17. So 17 plus 5, 22.
This time you kind of like bring it back up with the unseen servant's help. You kind of bring it back, and you're now pulling his arm back further to where he was.
And you say, oh, what the? Oh, I like this. Come on, big red guy. Show me what you've got.
We'll do one more.
This is hot.
This is like 19,
We all came here for.
1989.
Oh yeah.
Crushing it. Alright, one more.
Trovik.
I will show you the great.
Orn is getting excited.
Great orc I am.
Forgets that
Here
Orn
comes-
drank all their drink. Takes a sip of Azazel's drink on accident and spits it out on them.
Cecil's drink is just empty and never gets to take a sip of it.
I took one sip of that thing.
What'd you roll, Chris?
17 plus 5, 22 again.
It's tied. I rolled another natural 20. It literally just comes back straight in the center. You force it down using the help of the unseen servant, but he just kind of like grips the edge of the table, and you can feel the table kind of tighten and shake.
Somebody put a vodka in Troll's mouth now! Do it now! Why am I talking like this?
A couple people. You grab the rest of his tankard and pour it in his mouth. A few eyes are now kind of looking over Azazel and Zoro. As you're kind of walking away, you hear some like, yeah, show him, yeah! And you look over and you see like Trovic and this orc are now arm wrestling.
Oh. All right.
That's me spinach.
Good for him.
At least one of us made a friend. That's true.
So we tied. This is creepy.
He's got
I will
something to
say-
do, and so do we.
So you have advantage. We'll make this the last one.
Okay.
And this is for all the marbles. For all the marbles.
You said advantage?
Yeah, you have advantage on this one.
Oh god.
Come on, Trovic.
I rolled under a 10 both times.
9 plus 4, 5, 9 plus 5.
13.
14.
13.
14.
Oh,
9
9
plus
plus
5.
5. So.
Math. Murph.
I rolled a 16. So between the two of you, there's like this grip and this tie as your hands are kind of just like sitting in place and waving back and forth. The orc individual just takes a deep breath and just yells. You feel something. Your hand kind of like hit the table, but it hits something and doesn't necessarily touch it. There's clearly unseen servant. You see, Zilri, your unseen servant is like using whatever little strength it has to kind of hold up, and just kind of like you see the arms get crushed underneath and just disappears.
Yeah! I beat the big red guy!
Yeah, and then you hear a couple claps. Yeah. And he kind of looks over you.
Well played, man. Well played. That was a lot of fun. I'm getting you a drink. What do you want? You want some blood water or do you want some Tapsar?
What the shit?
No, you look like a bone shaker kind of guy.
What this shit?
Give me whatever will make me forget about losing this. Okay?
Ella! Get us 2 bone shakers! At this table, right here.
Specifically.
So you see the original server kind of like just kind of nods, gestures, goes to get 2 more drinks, and hands you you and the orc 2 dark, almost like black colored ales. He takes a nice swig of it and he literally like shakes his head, blinks his eyes a couple times.
Oh, that's the stuff.
You take a sip and you just it almost tastes like mud. It almost tastes like mud, but then there's like this huge intensity to it, and you just like, oh, and you feel like your whole body shake for a moment, like just kind of like you got the chills.
I remember those.
And he kind of like slaps his arm on your shoulder.
You're a good one. I like you. We'll play again sometime.
I'm glad you like me.
Zoril and Azazel, you guys make your way to the bar, and you see the half-orc woman that he originally pointed out, kind of just standing there talking to the bartender. Yeah, I know it's been troubling like last time, but I got as much as we could.
Don't worry, Marugame. Well, we'll do what we can, and
You give us what you get us. And he kind of like starts giving her some money, and then takes the sack.
Excuse me.
Oh, can I help you? And looks at the two of you. She looks at the two of you, sorry.
We were told that you could.
Maybe I could, maybe I couldn't. Depends on what you're asking.
You, just to be sure, you are Marugame, correct?
Yes, Marugame Mega, at your service.
Azazel Starflower, it's a pleasure to meet you. See, I was sent down to this little village to sort of ascertain the nature of some mysterious and large beasts. So we're sort of starting to look into any sort of unusual beasts, large, unfettered, not natural beasts. The specific one that I was told about was a 15-foot lizard-looking creature with large horns and a large jaw, very imposing sort of figure. And my friend Zoro here is under the correct assumption that it probably isn't the only one, and any information you have about strange creatures would be very helpful.
Oh, I've seen my fair share of weird creatures. Yeah, sure. See, me and my team, we go out into the Tourney open fields and we gather supplies for all the alcohol to be able to make alcohol to keep all the people here happy. Otherwise, then there's problems. But it's been getting a little bit more and more dangerous as of late, and well, I've come across some crazy shit. You know, you can deal with your local panthers and your local wolves and the odd grizzly bear here and there, but I don't know, man. I've been seeing some strange creatures like. Just thinks for a moment. I wouldn't say I've seen that, whatever that was that you just described, but I've seen something along the lines of like. A couple weeks back, we had some run-in with some. It looked like a wolf, but then it had a body of like a giant lizard of some kind, like at least the tail and its torso. I don't know, and it breathed. It could spew ice at us. It was not a great time. I lost a couple of people that day, but
I pat Orn on the shoulder and say, "It's okay. They're not talking about you, Asset."
I don't know if you're here.
No, you guys are not part of this conversation. It's just Sorrel and Azazel.
I'm doing this in my head.
You're kind of like
Fuck that.
consoling Orn about the previous comment Azazel made about potentially removing this large lizard creature.
Yes, thank you. Good recovery.
Yeah, we're suppliers. That's what we do. We go out and get what we need, but it's been more and more difficult the last few weeks, and I have a quota to meet, and we're not meeting that quota, so if you're looking for weird animals, your best bet is to look in the Tourney open fields. You'll find probably something. And she kind of pauses for a moment. She looks at you. Are you guys looking for work? Because I have a job for you if you're looking to get in touch with one of these things.
In touch with one of the creatures you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, in the wilds, anything's possible. Everything kind of creeps up on you when you least expect it. If you're not paying attention, that is. But if you're looking for some weird animals, I can't guarantee that you'll find the one you're looking for, but I can guarantee you'll probably come across something. If you're interested, I can offer you a temporary position as some local bodyguards. She kind of looks you up and down, and she looks at you, Zorro. If you think you can handle it.
What if I said that it wasn't just the two of us, but there was well, more than that. There was about 6 of us.
The more the merrier. I mean, if you can watch my guys and not let them get killed by all kinds of crazy critters while they do their jobs, then I'm all for it. Bring as many as you want.
Alrighty. I think we'll do that then.
Sounds good. All right. Yeah. How many are you exactly?
6. Yeah, there's 6 of us.
Cool. Okay. She kind of like reaches through like a small satchel on her bag. She pulls out a notebook. Okay, it's the 6 of you. All right. This is what I can offer you. If I do this, carry this. If you can ensure that my harvesters are not hurt while they're collecting the ingredients we need for all the different alcohol this city needs, I'll pay you 600 gold. But if anybody gets hurt or worse, I will deduct. Obviously, I'll need to compensate my workers for it.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Understandable.
Cool. Kind of I lean down to Azazel because I have to. Is that a lot? 600 gold.
It is.
Okay.
It's quite a bit. It's very nice.
I don't use money.
Oh, it's pretty
Oh.
important for things around here. Yeah, that
Oh.
sounds like a good idea. Let's do that.
Awesome. Again, I don't know exactly what you're looking for, but if you might find something. I almost want to guarantee you'll probably come across something. Just deal with it however you want to deal with it. Hopefully it helps with what you're looking for, but it definitely helps me if you can make sure my guys don't get hurt while they're doing their jobs.
Something is better than nothing, so yeah, we'll take that.
Awesome. All right, give me about half an hour, I'll be back, and then I'll get the details of the next run. I gotta make sure everybody's ready to go, if that's the case. She kind of like
Okay,
smiles.
Sure thing.
Smiles. Nice meeting you. Names. I need names.
Oh, right. Azazel Starflower.
Azazel.
I'm Zoral.
Zoral. Cool. Awesome. All right, I'll be back in half an hour. And she kind of like hurriedly grabs her stuff and heads out the bar.
Well, that went pretty well.
Yes, when you finally pluck up the courage to talk to people.
You know, you really don't mince words, do you?
No, it's not my strong suit. But
Yeah, that's
these, we at least now have a direction. Not
And at least a
particularly interested in these, whatever this money, this job is, but I do want to know what these creatures are about, so if this leads to that, I suppose it will be worth it.
It's a step forward. Might not be a big one, but any step forward's better than standing still.
Indeed. Even if they are one of your steps.
Let's go
Anyway.
back to the group then.
Yes, I think that Trovik may be drowning his sorrows a bit.
As you guys are stepping away from the bar, you can hear like a so it couldn't help but overhear your conversation. And you look back and you see this this kind of gritty looking human individual. He's got like almost like a scarf or some piece of cloth kind of like wrapped around his head. You can see his face clearly. He kind of looks like he's got like this 5 o'clock shadow. He's got a bit of a, I forget what the term uses, like when your eye is colorless or it's like been damaged or whatnot.
Cataracts?
Yes.
Cataracts.
Yeah, he's got a cataracts in his right eye. The other eye is like this dark brown. And he's got like this gruff smirk on his face. And he's wearing just like dirty simple clothes. Sorry, couldn't help you overhearing your conversation. You looking for some weird creatures, right?
That's the idea.
Well, I think I can point you in the right direction if you're looking to talk to someone.
We have a direction. We just talked to someone.
True. You talk to one person. I think I know you can go talk to somebody else.
Insight check.
Yeah, I want to get in on that.
Sure.
I want to get in on that.
Sure. So both of you roll insight checks.
Alright.
Love just imagining Zoral and Azazel standing side to side, looking at each other, side eyeing, like,
nah.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 for a total of
23.
23. And Zoral?
I only got a 7.
Unfortunately, Zoral, you definitely feel as though this individual is weird. You're not sure if they're telling the truth or not. It's just like he's just odd. You haven't dealt with humans as much as any other of your race. But Azazel, you pick up on this guy. He's definitely being sly and coy about something. He's purposely trying to hide all the information and just bait you. But at the same time, he does seem to be wanting to help. But he's just got a weird way of He's just got a weird vibe to him. That's about it.
Tell you what, friend. How about what I do, since we already, made a business arrangement, and I'm not one to go back on business arrangements. What we'll do is I'll take down your statement as an official on Couture, and take note of all the details, not leave anything out, and then we can come back and find you, or find the other person to talk to, and figure out what the next step might be.
You see when you say you kind of like invoke your rank, he kind of like gets a little nervous. Yeah, I mean, sure, I can give you a statement if you really need it. Sure, yeah. Just yeah, if you head to the low tide downtime, I'm sure you can. If you talk to, and he's kind of like really nervous right now. Hope I don't get in trouble with this. Head to the low tide downtime. Talk to Ty, and I'm sure he can help you. Yeah, I'm sure he can help you.
Jack talk Ty.
I sure hope so.
And yeah, continuing on with that, you can definitely tell he's nervous, and he's just like, he definitely wasn't expecting talking to a guard of some kind or an officiate, but he still seems a bit, he's still leaning more towards and you can hear it in his voice. He is coming across as helpful. I'm not sure how I want to describe it, but he does sound though he wants to assist, though he is a bit of a creep, just from his appearance and the way he talks.
Is he also a widow?
A widow?
He's a widow weird.
I'm striking out on everything today. So.
I'm sorry, dude.
Trunk door.
Weird.
It happens. So yeah, he kind of nervously gestures you in the right direction, and then yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Ty, and he kind of quickly finishes off a shot that was sitting on the counter, and just hurriedly walks away.
You did good, friend. You did good. Well, now back to the group then.
So you make your way back to the table. Yeah, Trovik, Orn, and Zilri, and Doxia, you're all sitting there kind of the two females, the human female and the half-elf female, they're kind of just they were sitting there, they were enjoying the show, but then they kind of went back to ignoring everybody and just talking amongst themselves. The orc individual kind of gestures proudly to Trovik and then takes his leave.
I forgot there were other people at this table with us. I thought it was just us.
Nope. But you do see Azazel and Zorro return to the table.
How'd that go?
I think we got a win, at least a lead. We got two potential leads, actually. Long story short, we're gonna help a group of gatherers out in the tourney open fields. They're gonna pay us 600 gold if no one dies, and hopefully it might get us in the step right direction to see what sort of creatures we're dealing with, what sorts of imbalance lies in the nature of things, and if we want to take another step, we could also go talk to Ty down at the low tide downtime. He, a helpful creep, informed us about him. He says he could give us some information, and I think we'll do that after our job is complete. I think that sounds like a good 1-2 strategy.
Please tell me you will up Trovik more drink.
You doing okay,
I did not
Trovik?
Bring Trovik more drink.
I don't know.
Trovik says having an existential crisis.
Trovik has never lost anything in his life.
I knew this wasn't
But
going to
for
go
his
well
freedom.
if you lost.
I was going to say, Orn, how much would you feel as though Orn is familiar with Semyaza as a whole? You've lived in Semyaza for a few years now. How well would you feel your character would know some of the locale?
Pretty much just mostly the lizard folks. The one tavern where the lizards go mostly, not necessarily this one. And as far as the fishing goes, pretty much the long lines.
The long line yards, yeah.
The long line yards. And just past that, exploring otherwise. And not too many of the shops because Orn doesn't need to shop and stuff like that.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just curious to see how many of the local places you would know. So when Azazel mentions the low tide downtime, it just kind of like goes over your head. You're like, I don't know what that is. And the bar the lizard folk frequents is the fishy smell.
That's right.
Oh no!
It's called the fishy smell. I think I mentioned that one on the first session.
Yeah,
One of you guys went into that one.
Oh, I smell more. No.
Yeah.
Let's not go there.
Pretty much, since like Orn doesn't need to make tons of money, it's just like a work for food and drink and housing.
Mm-hmm.
So Orn doesn't really need to go anywhere else.
What a life.
Simple life. All right. So I guess before we move on to the next leg of this little conversation or adventure or your next move, we're gonna take a quick break.
Sweet.
Pee break, bathroom break, washroom break, whatever word you want to use to describe how you go to the bathroom. Drinks and snacks for sure, and we will reconvene, folks.
Torovik is going to go drain the lizard.
There you go. There you go.
Orn is very
Orn is
confused.
concerned. Yeah.
We'll be back.
Hey, what happened to the stream? Where's the D&D?
Stay tuned, adventurers. We'll be right back.
Oh, I get it. Pee break.
Get my hand. Here, we're back. We're now all children of the Orn.
That one I got. Don't worry.
Get some of your references.
I get some, not all.
I understood that one.
So, the 6 of you are currently in, which bar was it? The Sunken Ferry. And you have now 2 potential leads. One more in the line of a temporary job that will pay well. The other, the word of a creepy man. What you do with that either information is completely up to you, but you have now told the rest of your group the situation at hand. If you so choose to follow through with Marugame's offer, you'll just have to sit tight until she shows up. But is there anything else you all would like to discuss or do before she joins?
Yeah, I guess, so I don't actually know if we've confirmed this at all. Doxia, do you fight?
If I have to, I can. She kind of like, I have claws. I have teeth.
I just want to make sure I'm not putting you in any undue harm by you don't. Though you have natural armaments, I suppose, but
I mean, I can protect myself if I need to. I don't have any equipment, but it's all right.
all right. Well, we'll keep an eye out for you just to be safe.
Yes, we will keep eye out for you in room would be safe. You do not go on an adventure, little flower.
What do you mean?
It is possibly dangerous.
Of course it's going to be dangerous. Everything's dangerous.
This is not adventure for you, little flower. You will stay here.
I mean, I can help.
You can help by staying here.
But what am I going to do here? And she kind of like gestures to the bar.
You can get drunk. I don't care. This it is not okay with Rovik if you go to dangerous adventure.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Okay. Hey, a 19. Why am I so persuasive?
She kind of pouts a little bit, almost like that kiddish like disappointment pout, like, fine, stay here. So I how long are you gonna be? Should I just sit here at this table?
No. And we look. Remember, Trovik said, "Promise you the best bath you've ever had. We will get you nice room with bath."
Nice room with a bath. And she kind of like, okay, all right, bath sounds pretty good.
Now Trovik.
Orn, your house has a bath, doesn't it? Yeah, I think Orn's house has a bath.
This is.
Would it be okay if I stay at your house, Orn? If that's the case? I'll take that as a yes. All right, okay. Well, don't have too much fun without me.
Stay well. I mean, we only just met you, but I'm sure Orn's family will take good care of you.
If not, Trovik come back and slaughter Orn family.
Maybe we won't need to do that. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be an issue.
More of a director than I ever gave.
She kind of just nods, like nervously. Okay, I'll stay with Orn's family.
Yes, this is good.
Why you guys go fight weird animals? I totally missed that.
Oh my goodness.
So, as you have in this conversation, about half an hour goes by, and you do see like Marugame comes back into the tavern, kind of like looking around, scouts you guys out, and kind of rushes over. Hey, Azazel, Zorro, you guys, yeah, cool. This your troop? And she gestures to everybody.
Yeah, there's been a slight personnel change, though. There is only going to be 5 of us fighting.
And she looks at the table. Which 5 of you? I'm assuming you. She kind of points to you, Azazel. You. She points to you, Zorro. And she looks at Trovik. Probably him. And then points at like Zilri and one of the other females, the female human who's sitting at the table with you guys, and you? Questioning.
Oh, no, sorry. Those 2 aren't with us. We've got Zilri here, and then we've got Orn, our esteemed ass et.
Right. I mean, hey, as long as you guys know what you're doing, by all means, I don't care. But okay, and she sits down at the empty spot. Okay, so this is the deal. I've got 6 of my harvesters. They're ready to go. We can go in the next hour. I called them all up last minute because we really need to get this stuff in. We're low on stock, but we're gonna head out into the Tyranny open fields. We're gonna hit up 3 spots that we need. We're low on twindleberries, we're low on grassroot, and we're low on some sap, but specific from the elderroot trees. I know a couple locations that we can check out. Chances are we're gonna come across some of the local fauna, so to speak, but you know, anything else beyond that is a 50-50. So like I told your friends here, it's 600 gold I'm gonna be paying you to
that is big number, yes?
Yes, it is a lot of money. It is a bit of a dangerous job. So 600 gold for all of you to look after my coworkers, make sure they don't get hurt,
If they do get hurt, or worse, I will have to deduct from the paid amount to compensate to them for the recovery or, worst case scenario, funeral costs. And if everything goes according to plan, luck of the draw, and she kind of like crosses her fingers, it'll be the easiest job if nothing comes up. And so, everybody cool?
We get to slaughter and pillage?
Slaughter, sure. Pillage, not so much. Look, the job is just make sure my guys don't get hurt. If an animal or something else comes up and tries to attack you guys, or them, deal with it. I don't care how you deal with it, deal with it. Does that make sense?
It's an honest living.
Yes!
Cool. Lizard.
Yeah.
It's got it.
Okay.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna go get my stuff. I'm gonna meet up with the rest of the crew, and I'll see you guys at the entrance to the town in maybe about an hour. So whatever you need to gather supplies and whatnot, I'll meet you there.
Alrighty. Sounds like a plan.
Awesome. And she kind of like gets up. All right, we're back in business. And she kind of walks away. We're back in business.
Actually, DM question.
Yes.
So I know we leveled up since the last session, but we didn't technically take a long rest. Do I not have my? I wouldn't have my spell slot back, right?
No, unfortunately not. It's only been maybe about an hour or two since the last session.
Okay. But if I took like the next half hour with that last half hour and complete a short rest, I could use Arcane Recovery.
I'll say yes. In the time that you've been kind of just chilling out at this bar, it would have been enough to do Arcane Recovery if you want to get a spell
Awesome. I would love to get a spell back.
Yes, low level casters it's a difficult thing.
I have some spells.
Yeah, normally I like having the players level up on a long rest just because it's easier that way, but for the sake of how it turned out, it doesn't always go that way.
Yeah.
That's okay. So, any last minute to-dos that any of you would like to do before you head out to the entranceway to meet up with Marugame in the next hour?
Warren is itching to try some more salmon ale.
Okay. So you gesture to order another salmon ale.
Yes, Trovic will try this with you, Lorne.
I'll try to finish my whiskey this time.
You order another one, and yeah, at this time you do finish it. It does kind of like give you the warms your throat and your stomach a little bit. Would Zilri and Zorro like to order more drinks, or just?
Zilri's gonna make her she's gonna get up from the table and pat everyone on the shoulder and
just random
and
people?
say I'm really no everyone at the table,
Everybody at the bar,
including the two chicks, the human and the half elf who are I assume still at the table.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go around and pat everyone on the shoulder and say, you know, guys, I feel really good about this upcoming adventure. I'll meet you outside, and I go towards the front door.
All right. So you make your way outside. The rest of you kind of just sit there, finish
as she's
your drinks.
walking away. Zilri, actually, if you could please, Pepper, he likes being outside in the fresh air a little bit more. If you could take him with you, that would be great.
I brush my shoulder off.
Pepper kind of
Alrighty.
just flutters over
I
to
see
Zilri's
the
shoulder.
owl fly over, and I start to follow them.
The owl immediately
Be good, Orn.
just pins its eyes directly on you, Orn, and you can almost see this leering from this owl at you. As Zilri walks out, she turns around and the head kind of just stays in position as the body continues. You know, the whole owl can twist its head around. It just like, and it's still looking at you as she's walking out the door, just kind of like. So Zilri, you're outside with Pepper on your shoulder.
I'm just gonna lean against the outer wall with like one leg up, with the owl on my shoulder, and make sure Orn is in front of me, and we're just gonna chill by the front door.
Okay.
Just sitting watching.
Every now and then, I'll periodically peek into Pepper's psyche and just see what's going on, making sure that my owl's alive. You know.
Don't worry, I'm still here. This lizard just keeps staring at me. It's quite uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can tell. All right. Be safe.
Always.
I wish we had a fisheye lens for Orn.
So, unless you guys have anywhere you want to go or do or see, we'll say that you finish your drinks, pay your tab. I'll tell you how much it costs afterwards, and you make your way. You meet up outside and make your way to the edges of town, where you see Marugame standing there with 6 other individuals, a couple of dwarves, two half elves, an orc, and 1 human. And they're just like, they all look like they have large bags strapped across their chests and backs, and a few like different tools and utensils on their belts and hilts. It's like, all right, good, you guys are here, great, we're ready to go. You got everything you need? Last call.
Yeah, I'm good. If everyone else is.
Awesome. Let's go. And she kind of just starts leading the whole troop of people out of the town of Semyaza. So, at first you head, if I remember correctly, you start heading eastward, and you come to the plated roadway just on the maybe like a handful of feet outside of the entrance. And most of you know the plated roadway kind of goes throughout the province itself and leads to all the major settlements in Talantis. But she continues to walk past that, and she starts going into the fields beyond. And at first it's maybe about knee-high grass. It starts off small, maybe about 15-20 feet away, and then it starts getting to like knee-high grass, and you can see like the odd tree here and there. The humidity, once you leave Semyaza, slowly starts to dissipate, and the weather becomes a little bit more cooler as the wind kind of wafts through the open land.
Nice.
You do see like a handful of birds kind of like flying through the air. You do catch the odd rabbit kind of just like poke its head out of the grass and then kind of disappear and scurries away. About 2 hours of traveling eastward into the open fields, you get to a point where it's mostly like it's still all grassland, but you do see like a handful of like a small little pocket of I wouldn't say like a pocket, but like you see a handful of trees kind of like fixed around, and you see this large outcropping of a hill that kind of bellows over one side of this area. And there's a series of bushes that kind of surround this hill. One side of the hill itself you can easily walk up just from first glance, but the rest of it along the outside you do see like a rocky surface, and all these bushes are kind of situated and planted and grow off the side of this rocky section. All right, guys. So this is the first stop. These guys are gonna pick up some twindle berries off the hill over here. The 5 of you, I guess just keep an eye out, spread yourselves out, come together. I don't know. You know your tactics. Just make sure nobody's hurt. All right, guys, let's go. And so they kind of all start dispersing. Some of them do go towards the bushes along the side of the hill. There are like a couple of small patches away from it near some trees as well, and you see like 2 of them kind of like go over and they pull out their satchels and they start picking some of the berries. And they spend roughly the next 2 hours picking as many berries as they possibly can. So I'm gonna say So for this, I'm going to get someone to make a perception check for me.
I'll do it.
I got a natural 20, if
Whoa.
that means anything.
Sure. Could be multiple individuals. So what's your total?
And you said perception?
Mm-hmm.
20.
So straight 20. What did you get, Zorro?
17.
17. Okay, so between the two of you, you're kind of keeping an eye on things. It seems quiet. You do obviously, it's not quite that to the point where of absolute silence, but you do see the regular nature. You hear like a couple of bugs buzzing. You see the birds kind of flying through here and there. The odd little critter that kind of gets close to the berries, or like a section of the berries that are not being touched by any of the harvesters, but once they move over, they immediately scatter. You start hearing the buzzing again. And it's like, okay, probably a couple of bees or flies. The buzzing gets a little bit louder. And then it starts to come in like a couple different places, and the two of you think to yourself, okay, something's up, but the buzzing's just zzz, 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 zzz. And you see like these almost the best way I can describe it is they almost look like large mosquito like creatures, but they have several different series of wings and like small little appendages as they're kind of like fluttering and buzzing around the area, and they're starting to get a little bit closer. They're kind of like spread out. You see like one off to the right and another one just further away, two of them coming up towards the hill. And you see, I would say, Zoral, you would know what these creatures are. They're called sturge. They are blood-sucking insects, essentially. They kind of look like this mix of like bat mosquito. They're kind of a regular pest that you'd find in like hillsides and grasslands. And they're kind of like creeping up around some of the bushes and getting closer to some of the individuals.
So are they like aggressive or like approaching with intent?
You know that these insects they feed on blood, so you know like if they find some sort of animal or creature or host that they can feed off of, they're going to.
I turn to the I kind of yell out to the others, since are we spread apart a bit?
That is up to you guys. I will say, if we want, we can look over onto the map on Foundry, and you guys can position yourselves. So I'll pull you all over. I'm assuming everyone is able to see what looks like a large meadow.
Oh, yeah.
A handful of trees, some tokens representing like a few of the harvesters around different bushes and whatnot. For the time being, I placed you all on top of the hill, but if you want to situate yourselves in certain places, by all means.
Look at the insects.
Yeah, sounds like that.
No.
Yeah, I would have put myself somewhere here, like a central-ish place, but still not right next to some of the people's.
Mm-hmm.
Who's over here? Who are you?
Yeah, I was actually going to go over by you, but I would figured that we would be around the same place.
I can
How much is one square?
Each square is 5 feet.
I can't move my token anymore.
Folks are spread out.
Oh, I see why. It's this. Okay, figured it out. Okay, that looks good.
I probably would say, hearing the loud buzzing and like seeing the encroaching danger, Azazel probably would have taken out a little stoppered bottle of distilled spirits, uncorked it, took a swig of it, and then cast false life on himself.
All right.
So I have 7 temporary hit points.
Thanks.
That's
All right.
That's oh wow, that's nice. That's nice.
So I guess seeing these all like coming in, I will say, ready yourselves.
And
Alright.
yeah.
Okay, and
All
with that, go ahead. Go harder.
All Orin says is buzz, buzz.
And with that, I will say, let's all roll initiative.
Ooh.
Oh, baby.
Right.
I got a 4.
11. Oh wait, do I count?
So you
initiative plus 2, 13.
All right, so Orin's got 13. What do you have, Zori? 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Zoril?
It's a 14.
14. Azazel?
17.
And Trovik.
I believe 11.
All right. Now let me...
Time to eat it or eat it.
Now let me see if I got everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm missing... That's fine. So bear with me one moment, because I'm using 2 different combat trackers at the same time. It's fun that way. One that I can actually use that works, and one that I have to kind of play with.
Trovik will ready his great axe.
Super duper.
And you just see like this steam like pouring out of his nose.
So, unfortunately, I rolled exceptionally high for all the bugs. So they're all going first.
Oh no!
And then it's Azazel and Zoril, and then I will adjust accordingly. So, care about that.
What the shit are these things?
What the shit are these things? Well, they're bugs.
We're like the Guardians of the Galaxy. Then
Yeah.
I think Kayla's Star-Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Trovik is definitely Drax. Azazel is Rocket.
Yeah, that's fair.
Who's Groot?
I don't know if it's me
Orin?
or Zoril.
Yeah. Oh, that is close. I'd say Zoril.
Okay, so
Look at his mini.
the encounter tracker on Foundry is set up, so it's available for you guys if you want to see the order of things.
Woo!
But the Sturge are gonna go first. So this one, Sturge.
What is Sturge?
Sturge.
What is stuck up Sturge?
Stuck on Sturge.
So
you guys gonna be able to move off of that cliff?
I was about to say, is like everybody's good with their placement on their
Yeah.
tokens? Okay.
It's too late for me.
It is war, no?
I swear I is.
Okay, it's just
I
very far
orn
away
where
from
I
the
orn.
bugs.
So most of them do kind of start encroaching on a lot of the harvesters, but one does come straight for you, Azazel.
Yeah.
So it's gonna do its blood drain. That is an 18.
Yeah, that hits.
So you take 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh my god!
And he's dead.
And the Sturge attaches itself, and it kind of like its proboscis kind of like jabs you in the back, and it's now attached to your body.
No. Oh
Huh.
God.
I'm gonna do
I still
this.
got some of my temp.
Good.
It's a good thing you
never
did,
got
though.
hit. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good.
So good. Love it.
Okay, so out of all the other ones, only 2 actually are able to latch onto one of the other harvesters. And you hear them like, get these things off me! Azazel, you are up.
Okay. That sucks. Okay.
So you currently have this Sturge kind of like sticking to your back, trying to suck some of the blood out of your body.
Would I hypothetically still be able to like stab it?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So what I'm gonna do, I'll draw my short sword, and as a bonus action, I'll take a deep breath, and my sword will start to glow a strange color and hum, almost as if someone was singing. And strangely enough, Azazel will start dancing, a very fast-footed, elegant sort of battlefield maneuver as I go into my blade song.
Interesting. Now is
So
not
that's
the
my
time for
bonus
the dance.
You watch as
It's always
Azazel...
the time to dance. And then for my action, I mean, I guess, yeah, I'm just gonna booming blade. It's not gonna, they're not gonna move, but I'll booming blade this thing.
Sure. So make an attack roll.
Yeah, how on earth? How do I do this?
Are you using Foundry or D&D Beyond?
Foundry.
So at the top it should list all the abilities and the actions you can take. If you click on the one that says Booming Blade under Spells, it should roll for you. Or it'll show up.
It's, I need to roll like a melee attack first, which is the weird part.
I'd say if you can try do it in D&D Beyond, just because I know it has the damage aspect of it. That's a weird one, because I don't see a attack roll. I just see damage.
Yeah. Gosh, where do I roll in D&D Beyond? I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
I'm not good at computer.
So under your
Computer
actions,
bad.
So under your actions, you should see the action for Booming Blade. If it's not there, then check under your spells. And if you have the die roller enabled on D&D Beyond, you can just click that; it'll roll it for you.
I don't know if I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll a dice.
I mean, that works too.
Gonna...
Whatever's easier for anybody. You can use real dice,
Such a bad
D&D Beyond,
roll.
or Foundry.
Such a bad roll. 14.
14 definitely hits.
Oh, awesome. So that thing will take 5 points of piercing damage and is now sheathed in a booming aura of thunderous, crackling energy. And I'm gonna try something, hopefully, because it's attached to me. So I'm just gonna try and like move and see what happens with
here's the
booming
thing.
energy.
Well, here's the thing. These things are just large bugs. You pull out your sword, kind of like do this swift little dance, and then just almost like sheathing it, like as if your sheath is on your back, and you just swipe back, and you cleave this thing in two as it hurts and just falls to the ground dead.
Oh. They're pretty easy to kill. And then
Does not make it any better.
I'll boot, scoot, and boogie my way over to the next closest one that's attacking that guy.
All right.
Boot, scoot, and boogie. And that's my turn.
All right. Zoril, you're up.
Okay, so how high is the hill that we're on?
About 10 feet. It's not too high.
Okay. could I possibly jump down and get to this one over here?
Sure. Make an acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Okay. Both are kind of... Well, let's go with athletics. Oh, almost bad. 15.
15? Easy enough. It's... You jump down, and you're used to the more rocky terrain of the Shadowed Bluff, and you kind of like slide down a little bit, and then kind of leap off the last little feet, so you land on your feet, with not so much grace, but with enough poise that it doesn't bother you. I'll say that's you move about 5 feet, so you still have another 25 feet you can move.
Okay, so I could probably get up to this surge over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move up there to him. I'll say to the berry picker, is just like, I'll say, find cover.
Okay. This one is it's just kind of harassing this individual. It has not latched on or attacked yet.
All right, and then I will take out my shield, and as I've done before, it grows more rigid and sort of seeps this acidic sort of liquid at the clawed edges of it, and I'll swipe at the Sturge, casting Primal Savagery.
Okay, so you pull out your shield and do what you need to do. Make an attack roll.
Okay. There we go. Booyah,
cool.
15.
15 hits. Roll for damage.
Damage. Okay.
Damage.
7 acid damage.
Easy enough. You bring out this shield that grows large and it covers itself in corrosive material, corrosive liquid, and you kind of just swing it around, and you kind of bat this Sturge as it kind of begins to just splat against your shield with such force, and simultaneously start to just melt into this fine gooey paste as it falls to a fine gooey mess to the floor. Just vanquished. That was your action. You do have a bonus action if there's anything you'd like to do.
I will say to the berry picker guys, like, are you injured?
No, I'm good. It was just getting in my face.
That's fine. Right. Stay down. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Orn, you're up. Trovik on deck.
Noise.
I think I measured it out, and I don't think I can reach anyone precisely. I can get kind of close to where... Oh, your feet looks different than my feet.
That's because lizards.
So, if the closest one is the one that's near Azazel.
Yeah.
If you want to jump off the side of that hill, you could make it there with 5 extra feet.
Yes. Orn would like this.
All right. It's maybe about, I would say around this bend, it's a little bit less, about 8 feet, but I would still suggest making an acrobatics or athletics roll.
Okay, I'll do an athletics roll. I rolled a 19 plus my 6 for athletics, 25.
Yeah, easy enough. You quickly just leap and land and just kind of land on all fours and almost like bounce to kind of bounce like the suspension.
Springy
in your step, and you take off. And you see Azazel kind of like moving towards this other Sturge that's about to harass this harvester.
Oh.
Okay. So then my one question is, it says, what's the difference between like grappling and attacking it?
Grappling, you'd be spending your action to essentially hold it in place. So you do a contested athletics or acrobatics check to see if you capture it or if it gets out of your grip.
Okay. I'm just gonna do unarmed fighting.
Okay. So make an attack roll.
An attack roll.
Yeah. So if you're going to go for an unarmed strike, whether it be you're punching it, you're kicking it, you're whipping it with your tail, headbutting it, biting, clawing, whatever you prefer, just roll a d20 and add.
Okay.
So if you're using D&D Beyond, it should list it. It should say there under your unarmed attack. It'll add all the corresponding modifiers to it.
Under the hit DC, is that the one you mean?
No. So if you go to your actions tab, if you scroll down to where it says unarmed strike, if you have the die roller enabled, all you have to do is just click on it, and it'll roll the corresponding dice and add up all the modifiers for you.
Under the under damage, not the hit DC, right?
Let me take a look.
You just want to do it right.
That's okay.
Yeah, it would be under the hit DC. It should be like a plus something, and there's a button for a plus
So do
something.
that one first. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
DC,
22.
Yeah, 22 definitely hits. So now you can roll the one next to it where it says damage.
Okay. 7.
7, yeah. You come rushing over, Azazel, as you kind of approach. You kind of hurry over to see this one sturge starting to harass this harvester. And out of nowhere, Orin just kind of leaps in, springs in, and just kind of like squishes it in its hands. And just kind of like...
All right, then. I'm still dancing.
And you're just like swaying back and forth with your sword. Trovik, you're up.
Wow. Let's see. So, yeah. That's 35. And I only have 30. So I'm going to move up to the edge here. Wait a minute, I didn't do that right. God damn it. Now what's it doing? Why am I only measuring stuff? I'm trying to move to the edge where this one up in the top left corner is.
Are you on the ruler or on the person up in the
No,
left?
I'm on the person, but here, let me try something else.
Yeah, I can move for if you need.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey.
So that's about 20 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And-
here it's...
Yeah.
You can jump off the side of this hill.
Oh, 10 feet, right?
Yeah, and you'll make it right next to it.
Boom. Collides with at least one wall. Okay.
I can move
you'll have
for
to
you,
move
but...
All right, yeah, sure. And yeah, if DM allows it, I'll take a swing.
All right, so make an athletics or acrobatics to jump off the side of this hill, just to get down there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, athletics. 21.
21. So you see, like, this sturge is now attached to the side of this guy's arm, and he's just like, ah! And he's like trying to yank it off, and he sees you, and he kind of just like, ah! You take a big swing and just roll for damage.
All right. My features, attack, skills, saves, checks. What the fuck?
So if you go to...
Yeah, help me out here. I think nope. I think I found it.
Okay, there you go. So just hit the damage bar.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Oh
You
God!
Oh, look at your dice. So
I knew
nice.
that was gonna happen.
I think you rolled another d20 as opposed to the damage.
You rolled a d20.
Oh, so I roll for the damage?
Yeah, you roll for the damage. You already hit it with a 22.
The 21 was for athletics, though.
Oh, my apologies. So yeah, easy enough. You kind of like charge.
Yeah.
And just do like this running leap, legs first, and just land right next to this guy.
Stick the landing. Whiff on the...
And just pull up the great axe off your shoulder and just take a swing as this sturge is now attached to his arm.
Yeah.
Roll. You've already
biffed it. 7.
So 7. So no, unfortunately 7 does not hit.
Can't wait to see what that looks like.
So the guy's just like, ah! The guy recoils as he sees you just land next to him with the great axe come swinging down at him. He quickly like dodges out of the way, and you hit the great axe on the ground.
Split second, I remember losing that arm wrestling.
Oh! Darn it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is the end of your turn. Zilri, it is your turn.
Okay. I might need a refresher on the foundry measuring thing. I need to be on the ruler to see how far I can do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, is this what I think it is?
No, that's I believe spells.
Yeah,
I wanted to see how far Eldritch Blast would reach. Is that wrong?
You could use, so if you look at the little human or person, it should be the first one. The bottom right is like a little ruler, and you can use that to kind of like measure the distance. I believe what Eldritch Blast is 120 feet. Unless you're
Yeah,
like,
so I'm
unless you're
little...
that's okay.
Yeah. But unless I need to get it closer to have a more accurate shot, I think I might just look around and be like, wow, so Doral got that one and those guys are down. I was gonna go for okay, Trovic, and then I'm gonna reach for the one that he just missed that I saw him whiff and hope nobody else saw.
So you see the one that Trovic swung at, but obviously because it's attached to the harvester's arm, he's fearing for his life right now. So you can definitely hit that one from where you're standing.
Yeah, I wanna try that. What do I need to do?
So you, depending on whether you want to use D&D Beyond or Foundry, so you just, if you're using Foundry, if you go to your actions in the top left corner, and you should see Eldritch Blast as one of the choices, or you can go to Spells. It'll be there as well, and you just click on it. It'll show up in the comment box. There you go. And now you can just hit the attack button, and it'll roll the die for you. And then if it hits, you can do the damage one.
Whew.
So 17 hits. So hit the damage button and it'll tell you how much damage it does.
Nice.
6 points of force damage. All right. Do you want to describe how you kill this Sturge?
I feel like that should be up to you because it's connected to a person.
Fair enough.
But I was hoping to aim for like the main torso of this bug thing. I'm not a fan of bugs.
You reach out your hand and you see this almost like smoky reddish black energy kind of just pierce out through like a small laser beam and just and it hits the guy, the harvester that kind of dodged out of the way, gets up and he's trying to pull this bug off, and he just sees like this smoky black red laser just kind of just bisected this Sturge all the way through. As you kind of like, almost like a
looked like a can of off spray.
Sure. It just kind of like and splits. It's got like this huge smoking hole in it, and it kind of just drops to the floor, and you see like the body just kind of like smolder and smoke and just burn into ash.
And the guy is fine, right?
And the guy is the harvester there is unharmed.
Oh, what a cool Give him a little wave.
He kind of is back like, like a little shock, a bit of a shocked face.
And then do I have my movement?
You still have your movement, yes. Your movement and a bonus action if you so choose.
I am going to come down here and join Azazel and Orn.
Okay. So you're still on the ruler, so if you hit the top one where it looks like the corner.
You like to move it, move it.
Cool.
You like to move it.
No.
All right. That ends your turn. The commoners are, well, the harvesters are last. You've cleared out most of the sturge, but there is one that's still attached to one of the harvesters all the way back here. And he's just like, get this thing off me! And he starts kind of like running in a random direction. I'm going to roll for it. Let's see what direction he starts. Yeah, okay, it was in the same direction I was going. I had in mind. And this thing is now attached to his back and is going with him.
No. Uh-oh.
So he runs to one of the other bushes. So that is the end of their turn. It's now the top of the round. Sturge is going to roll for damage. Okay, not that much. But the harvester is yelling. And it is Azazel's turn.
Okay, I really wish you would have ran towards me.
Sorry.
So I'm gonna go. You'll notice the dance makes Azazel a little bit faster, and I move 40 feet. And I'm gonna measure real quick to see how far I am from this bug. Oh, perfect.
Feet.
Perfect. So, as I reach that spot, Azazel's hand starts to frost starts to spread on his hand, and as he reaches, he'll like full stop and just reach his hand out and cast Ray of Frost on that thing.
All right, make an attack roll.
Normal. Shit. Does a 10 hit?
Unfortunately not. The stream of ice just kind of like shoots past the tree, kind of hits some of the leaves as it goes through, and just goes over the bug's head. Maybe about a foot shy.
I knew I should have used magic missile. Damn. All right. That's my turn, I guess.
All right. Zoral.
I know him.
All right.
You continue to...
I'm busting
So,
out here.
Not seeing anything else around me, I'm kind of going to go around here. Let's do a movement thing. I'll go 30 feet. So yeah, around there. Nope, no ruler. Go away. This is about 30 feet, and see what I can see there. Okay, that opens up a world of possibilities.
Yeah, and you can see one of the harvesters is like rushing towards you in that general direction, and he's kind of like, and you can see like a bit of the sturge attached to his upper back.
Okay. So I think then I'll take a dash action to go another 30 feet. Go right next to
Trovik?
Right next to Trovik here.
Okay.
And
the little big one.
The sturge is attached to this guy. Does he look injured?
He's flailing and screaming in pain. Because the thing is, it's literally like you can see the part of the proboscis is jammed in his neck.
Gotcha. So what I'm gonna do then is I'm going to. Yeah.
He's got himself a backpack.
Yeah.
A bug pack.
Right. So what I'm gonna do then is I'm going to look at him and just say, "Stop." And part of that stop is me casting Healing Word on him.
Nice.
All right.
So I'll just heal him up for how much? 6.
You can see like your magical energy as you speak the words. You can see almost like a bit of like wind and leaves kind of just come out from the nearby trees, and they kind of encircle the harvester a little bit, and you can see like a bit of his complexion change, a little bit more pinkish as opposed to it being slightly pale. But it does have effect, and you have healed him.
Right. And I say to Trovik, it's like, get it off of him.
Yes, it kind of looks like Bug of Holding.
I don't just do it. What are you talking about?
It is pop culture joke. I know. This is not bug deal.
As I found out how to roll on D&D Beyond. It's okay.
Hey.
Hey. That's my turn.
All right. Orin, you're up. Trovic is on deck.
Knowing is better.
I think the only thing Orin can do is run, baby, run. So I think 30 feet, like straight 30 feet. Could run up that and jump over it.
Did you say you have dirty feet?
Dirty feet. Orin's got some dirty feet.
Yeah.
Like that lizard doesn't even wear shoes. No?
So you immediately start running the other direction. You hear
your lizard doesn't wear Crocs.
This one does.
There we go. I will shut up now.
Sadly, Trovic died that day.
Yeah. Rocks fell.
You immediately hear the screaming from
the
other side of the hill and just start taking off in another sprint. You run up the side of the hill and jump about maybe 5-ish feet, land on the other the edge of the hill there. That's your full movement. You can take an action to dash if you want to get closer.
Oh yeah, that's an action? Heck yeah, I'm gonna dash it.
All right, another 30 feet. So let's say 5, 10, 15, 20. So get you about there.
Oh nice, come at me, bug. Let's get it.
Do you have any bonus actions you would like to use?
Screaming at it is a free action.
I'm taking a quick look. Unfortunately, you don't have anything that you can use the bonus action, but you can yell at it if you want.
Yeah.
There it is.
The audio caption just cuts out.
Orin stands there all ornery and such.
Appropriate.
Ding.
All right, then that ends your turn. Trovic, you're up.
Okay, I cannot make it all the way to him, so I'm gonna move my 30 feet.
Trovic.
And
he needs this, guys.
Boy, I really do. I'm going. Oh boy, this could go really bad. I'm just gonna fucking throw my big ass axe at him, just at the bug, like, see it, yeet.
All right.
Can I do that? Can you throw it?
Yeah. It'll be considered an improvised weapon if it does not have a ranged property.
No, it does not.
Yeah, if you want to throw your great axe at this guy and hope that it'll hit the sturge on his back, by all means.
I'm going to
roll. Let's say roll an attack. Or make an attack roll.
And just okay. Here we go. Trovic's inventory. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, 23. With that, I'll say, how do you want to take this thing out? Because I know a great X does
a lot.
2d8, 2d6. I think it's like 2d8 or 2d. It's 1d12.
Yeah,
I was thinking of the great sword.
I mean, I could roll really low.
Well, with your strength modifier, it's enough damage to take this thing out.
Cool
so,
beans.
how do you want to kill this thing? By chucking your great axe.
Yep, that's it. I carefully close one eye, and I just hurl it. And Trovic has done this before on Battlefield, so he knows this is going to work.
The rest of you there kind of just see this axe go.
But I want to look.
No.
I want to look at Zoro and just wink at him, like he's going to hurt.
No, I just healed that guy.
This is good, no?
The harvester just he's just like, there's that moment of relief, and then sees a giant great axe come. And he ducks ever just the right amount that the blade just kind of like sinks into the head of the sturgeon here as it rips it off of him and takes with it and lands in the ground and just like
Yeah. So he starts a slow chant. Trovic. Trovic. Trovic.
Trovic joins in. Trovic. Yes. Why did everybody stop? This was good.
They know.
So yeah, we are effectively out of combat. You have defeated all the Sturge.
Yay!
Like the harvesters that were around Trovik with him swinging a giant great axe around him. They kind of like slowly back away. Like, okay, thanks. We're gonna go finish over here, and they move to like bushes a little bit further away to finish collecting.
I'll come to a graceful conclusion to my dance. Sheath my sword. Deep exhale.
It's the music.
Maybe
Isn't it?
you're the Star Lord.
He's just been twirling in front of me this whole time.
Sachet.
My battle stance. Don't make fun of it.
Oh, it's the moment you see Azazel
Turn to
begin
the
like
left.
this strange dance with his sword, and it's just elegant and seamless, almost like a choreographed piece, a performance, if you will. Choreographed. Thank you. I cannot word today.
It's cool,
I don't
man.
think
It's like you guys like are saying brainwaves.
It's the DM thing, man.
I mean, at the beginning of the session, we both look at each other and say, God, I am so tired. But anyways, we are here. We are pumped. We are doing this.
We get to make up
We're
words.
dancing.
I like choreographed better anyway.
Yeah, it makes more sense, really.
Now Azazel,
Sure.
clap your hands.
Marugame kind of runs over. Everybody cool. Everything great. You okay? You okay? You okay? That was... She looks at Trovik. That was pretty cool, but for the love of all the gods, don't hit anybody with that.
Well, to make argument, Trovik say if Trovik did not hit with axe, your friend would probably be dead.
Yeah, that's why I say... Let's not do that again.
I walk over and pick up my axe.
Pick up your axe, and the bug is still kind of like embedded in the blade. It tastes like there's a lot of blood, and it's a bit gooey.
And
You take a bite out of it.
yeah,
there's a bit of a crunch.
okay.
It's not bad, not great.
One's licking their hands clean.
Yeah, you've got like Trovik have all the goo and the blood from Sturge in your hands. Just kind of. To you, it's just like meh. It's a snack.
With the battle over, I'll walk over to Zoral, and I'll say, "Well, it's not quite the unnatural abominations we were looking for, I guess."
No, these are just common annoyances. I suppose
Yeah, it really
if we
didn't feel
keep
like much
going.
of a battle. Like we kind of kicked their ass. They were like bugs. They're like bugs.
Yes, they are like bugs. I fail to see your point. We did our job, but there's two more things to do, and there's still more unusual creatures out there. So let's keep going.
Just trying to make conversation, okay?
Were you dancing?
Yeah, that's how I fight. It was that's how I learned how to fight. Was swift, agile
Interesting.
movements. It's an old magic that's been passed down for a while.
It seemed to work. Good job.
It's very nice. It's a good way of fighting. I enjoy it.
If you say so. I'm not very light on my feet.
Oh yeah.
As riveting as Zilri found that conversation, she's like, is Muragame?
Mirugame?
Mirugame.
Mirugame? Is she still around?
Yeah, she's kind of like conversing with the others. Marishka Hargate. She's double. Yeah, she's around. She's just checking up on everybody.
Can I walk up? Zilri wants to walk up to her and ask, "Hey, do you have enough dwindleberries? I know this was like the first stop. Did the harvesters get enough, or do you need some help with us grabbing all that to go? Or
I think we're good. I think we're good in this batch. Probably gonna head to the next stop now. It's just maybe about a 15-minute walk. She looks around and kind of does one of these that way.
Wait, do you know where you're going?
Yeah,
I've done this. Made me suspicious.
I've done this countless times. It's all in. It's one of those. When you see it, you know it.
She's the half-orc, right?
She's the half-orc woman, yeah.
You look beautiful.
Why, thank you. You're kind of a big, broad, handsome man yourself.
Just coming from an orc like me, it's compliment.
She looks
at
you.
Like came out from over my shoulder while I'm trying to talk to her.
She kind of looks at. She cocks her head back down to Zilri, like. Right. Yeah. From one orc to another. She kind of walks on. Okay, everybody, let's go next spot.
I pat Zilri on the shoulder and walk. I just say, "This one gets it," and then I turn and walk away.
All right. Yeah. All right. Second location. Sounds good.
All of you move on to the next location. It does take maybe 15, 16 minutes. She was off slightly, but she does reach the small grove of almost like a smaller forest, kind of just like sitting out in the middle of the grasslands. There's a handful of trees here and there, and she's like, "All right, we just gotta head inside here. We gotta pick some of the elderflower from the elderroot trees, or sorry, the grass root from the elderflower trees." Yeah,
a common mistake. Yes.
Yes, I got my vegetation correct.
Vegetables.
Blah 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 blah. Anyways.
Vegetables.
They move into the forest, and there's a bit of a clearing in one section of this patch of trees. She's like, "All right, let's go, let's get to work." And they immediately all kind of like disperse. They pull out like another smaller bag, and they start going up to some of the trees and start with small knives, just start cutting off some of these little thin branches that grow on the lower ends of the trees that have like these little flower pods growing on them, and they start kind of like cutting them off and putting them in the bags. Who wants to make a perception check?
I'll do it.
Me also.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'd love to.
Oh no.
If you all want to, by all means.
What I was planning on doing this time is sending Pepper to do like a perception check in the air, and then I'll see through his senses and probably just like, I don't know, grab whoever's nearest on the shoulder and be like, just doing a thing, hold on.
I got a 19.
I got a 7.
7, 19.
8.
8.
18.
18 through Pepper's eyes. Okay. So, fortunately, Orn and Zoral, there's a lot of clutter from the trees around. Some of them are a little too close together, and even though the harvesters are kind of like still trying to keep themselves out in the open, they need to shift and adjust around the tree, and they kind of go out of view, and you're doing your best to keep your eye on them. You don't notice anything out. Zilri, you see, well, I'd say you specifically hear kind of like a couple of twigs snap and some rustling in some of the bushes, but like in two different directions. And you kind of look back and you know there's something kind of like moving in between the trees. Azazel, through Pepper's eyes, it's difficult in some spots as the cluster of trees are a little too close together. You can make out anyone that's in the open space, the rest of your group, and Marugame. But you do notice like near one or two that are like where the trees are dispersed, you do see what looks like almost like some sort of creature kind of moving through the underbrush. It doesn't give too much detail, but it's quadrupedal in like a light gray fur as it moves into one of the shrubs and almost like hiding.
Zilri shouts out to everyone and has her light crossbow out. Stay vigilant, peeps.
Yeah, no, we've got company. They're coming in.
What does that mean?
And I'll bamf back to my senses. There's creatures coming in the underbrush. It looks like they're hunting and stalking of some kinds. I think we should take up a defensive perimeter.
Between the two of you, you're pointing in like several different directions.
We've got
and
friends.
Easy enough, you can hear. Unfortunately, they did not roll well on their stealth checks, but at this point, everybody is now aware that they can hear the bushes rustling in ears and low growling.
Nice growl.
Thank you. And immediately, Zilri, you notice there's one wolf, kind of like, maybe not that intense, but there's one wolf coming nearby around one tree and slowly kind of like eyeing one of the harvesters. And we will do...
If we see this wolf come out, I would like to cast Speak with Animals.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Clutch.
So just do that and then sort of like hunch over so I'm like, kind of get on its level. And I will say, these people mean no harm. Do not harm them. Let them pass. You will be okay.
They are in our territory. We seek food. They are but simple people. They are our prey.
Mm-hmm.
Why should we let them go?
You do not prey on people you play. Are there no other animals around here? They are not taking your food.
No, there are rabbits, deer. But in this small spot where we lay rest, we hunger. You are food. We hunt all.
We are not your food. If you but wait, then you shall have more. But if you want to attack, you will find only blood. And I do not want that for you.
I will say make a persuasion or intimidation check. Your choice.
Okay. Can it be like...
Or you know what?
Could it be animal handling?
I was about to say, let me redact that. I'll say you can either make a persuasion check or you can make an animal handling check.
Oh, please make it animal handling. Let me
Handle
do that.
that animal
Please.
druid boy.
Yeah,
Please,
you handle
God.
that pup.
You don't want to eat us. We are not good meat.
No.
Not the food you were looking for.
No. 6.
Oh,
6.
Lucky for you, the wolf rolled a 1. No.
Hope so.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the wolf kind of like...
We will not wait. We will take our prey, and then we will leave. You will be our prey.
And we'll roll
Don't
initiative
say
on
I
this
didn't
one.
warn you. And as he's hunched over, I'm hunched over and I become like more bristly and turn into a brown bear.
Okay.
Oh, hey, brown bear.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
All right. And we'll get everybody to roll initiative.
I got a
Got
6.
grizzly.
Oh, wait, I got a...
If I can remember there.
I got an 18.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna roll on.
Sorry, did you say black bear or brown bear?
A brown bear.
Hi,
Because
little
I
brown bear.
am... I'm a circle of the moon, so I can do that.
Oh my god. Why do I even roll anymore?
Oh my god.
So, how do I do this again? I need to...
I'll be in the back if anybody needs me.
Oh,
Just
I think I got everybody. I just like highlighted the entire page and I'm like,
yeah.
combat.
And now the trees are in combat.
So, okay, Orin, what did you get?
I got an 18.
18.
Oh,
let's see if I can run through.
Come back.
Trovik.
6.
6. Zilri.
15.
15. Zoral, what did you get as the bear?
As the bear, I also got a 15.
15 bear. And if you give me 1 second, I can give you the controls of the bear.
Oh.
Azazel.
16.
16, nice. And I'll just use one of these. Fine, I know what it is. It's giving me a hard time. Bear. The combatant.
So while this is going down, is there just one?
There are currently 5.
Oh shit! Do we? The rest, like, does the rest of the party see him, or is it just Zoral?
There was the one that Zora was speaking to. Zilri and Azazel did see 2 others.
Okay.
You know, I feel like I might have wasted a Blade song fighting a bunch of mosquitoes. I have 2 of those a day.
Well, can't wait to see what number you do on the dance floor this time.
Listen, I took 5 damage. I'm a wizard. That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
I nearly died.
I could have died.
But did you die?
Almost.
It's fine. We've got a healing druid.
That was a bad play. That was a bad
there we
call.
go. All right,
You assume I'm a healing druid.
So, Ryan, you do have access to the bear token now.
You assume I'm a healing barbarian.
All right, so first up is Orn.
Ooh.
There's a different field on here.
So, we're in the same field still? In the same spot?
Oh yeah, activate.
Oh, my apologies. I was like, why are you guys not here and not seeing anything? Oh,
Lore
that's
map,
why.
activate!
Pocket, activate.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hey, I am a
oh
bear.
my god,
Look
there's
at that.
a bear! What the hell? Orn is confused.
It me.
Me.
This is awesome.
Where are the creatures? Are all of those things?
No,
So there are a handful of the harvesters, but you do see like a few wolves. Actually, that was there that are kind of lurking behind the bushes and whatnot.
Oh man.
Bastards.
So again, you guys can reposition yourselves as you see fit.
Oh, sure, I'll reposition myself.
Yeah. Can I just put myself in melee
let me
contact
just
with all of them?
help myself here.
Where would you say the wolf was I was talking to?
I would say
Just put me wherever that would be.
I would say probably this one, the one
All
that's
right,
right
cool.
here. So you don't have to worry about your Zoral token right now. You can just worry about the bear.
Okay. I just move him off the field then. Just put him somewhere over there. Yeah.
All right, Orin, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna go down towards this one. Here, this is one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm gonna boogie with it. Let's dance, buddy. I'm gonna fight it with my unarmed fighting style.
All right, make your attack roll.
They're talking to each other.
Okay, 20.
20 hits.
Unnaturally.
Nice.
With the 7 damage.
7 points of, I'm assuming, like, piercing damage? Bludgeoning? If you're punching it? Sure.
I think so. Let me see. When I fight... oh. Yeah. And... Yeah, it's bludgeoning damage.
All right. You kind of have this, like, bit of a screeching match momentarily between you and the wolf, and then you just punch it across the snout. And just like,
When all this fails, fists.
That is your action. You have a bonus action if you'd like to use. I think the only thing you can do is Hungry Jaws. That will also give you temporary hit points.
And it's also Orn's new restaurant.
What do you serve?
Just corn on the cob.
Yeah, let's do it. I want to make a bite attack.
Nice.
All right. Well, roll another attack roll.
Hungry Jaws. I like it.
Wait, the D20 one or?
So if you go back to the attack tab, there is a bite action. You can just hit the +6 there where it says hit DC.
I got a 21.
21 still hits. So roll for damage.
I got a 5.
5. You sucker punch this wolf in the face, as in its momentary stunned state. You literally reach out behind and bite the back of its neck, and you hear crunching sound as this thing just kind of goes limp.
Oh shit!
You
my
also
fucking god, I fucking did.
So you also gain 4 temporary HP.
What? Oh god.
I don't know how to do it on this.
That's okay. I will do it for you.
Oh wait, I figured it out. Maybe.
Okay. That ends your turn.
So wait, what was the total damage you dealt?
Something, you know.
Yeah, okay.
12.
More than its hit pool.
Bet
12?
you'd like to know.
Yes, because I'm planning.
About 12,
I did
11 or
bad
12.
planning last encounter.
Let's see.
But it is your turn, Azazel.
Yeah.
5
So,
and 7.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know if I only have one dance, and if I do that, I'm never gonna dance again.
I'm never gonna dance again.
I was just
the
about to
way
say.
So I'm
I
gonna
dance with you.
March my butt up on hindquarters of my good pal Trovik here, and then oh gosh, I'm gonna extend my hand, and instead of a ray of frost coming out, it'll be 3 whirling, dirling magic missiles in the shape of golden owls.
Nice. These 3 golden owls just kind of like burst from your hand and spiral amongst each other and flutter and fly.
That guy.
Okay. And so roll your 3d4.
Do I have to roll for all of them? Awesome. So that's 3 damage on the first dart.
+1, so 4.
No, it adds it. It adds it already. So that's.
Oh, does it?
3 and 3
6
and 5.
Yeah.
11 points of force damage.
These 3 golden owls just kind of fly above and circle this wolf, and then immediately just crash and explode against this thing as you see the wolf kind of just like, and like you see a splatter of blood just go, and it just drops, unmoving. Yeah. That is your action.
Yeah. I don't want a bonus action just yet.
Okay.
I think then I'll just use some movement. How much did I take to get here? Like 20. So I'll just move like 10 feet that way towards the gatherers.
All right.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. So it is your turn, Zoral, as the brown bear.
All right. So I'm just gonna go up to this here wolf, and I'm going to try and move my token. I'm gonna go up to him and it's just like, I told you. This is what I told you. You came for a meal, yet you found death. Leave now. And to accentuate my point, I'll just take a swipe at him with my big bear claw.
Yeah.
All right, roll for attack.
All right. I don't have to roll on any sort of thing for that, so I was just going to do it analog.
Of course.
Yeah.
All options acceptable.
That's a natural 20.
So, Ryan, what I like to do for natural 20s is I like to do max damage and then re-roll the dice.
Okay, I like that. So for the...
But you only add your modifier once.
Gotcha. All right, so 12 plus 4 is...
16.
16 plus... so for the claw is 2d6, so do I roll another 2d6?
I mean, with the max damage alone is enough to kill it, but you can roll to see how much you got just for the sake of it.
Yeah, you did tell him.
I do for reference kind of like not want to kill it, but that's another 12.
So you're backhanding it?
I'm basically backhanding it. I'm basically like
pimp
like pushing it away.
That's 28 points of slashing damage. But if you want to do non-lethal, you can state that it's non-lethal.
Yeah.
Get a Rurouni Kenshin this
like,
right now.
So
get out of here. Take your pack and go. I still have speak with animals up.
Well, you're also another animal. I will honestly say, like, that's enough. This thing is you withhold some of your force, but it's still you're almost twice the size of this wolf, and you just bludgeon this thing as it goes flying and hits the side of a tree. Kind of like gets up, limps, and whimpers a bit.
We will go. This meal is not for us.
And you hear like a faint, like almost in a painful way, and it dips out. The other two, kind of like hearing this, they haven't gone yet, but they hear the call. So yeah.
Of the wild?
They hear the call of the wild. They hear this. You all hear this whimpering howl from one of the wolves. That is if that is all, Zoro?
That's it.
All right, Zilri.
Dude. Since I don't speak wolf, I'm just gonna aim up my sights on, how do I do this again?
Are you trying to do Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, on this guy here. Yeah.
It's about 50 feet away.
Blast him.
So if you want to hit him, go for make an attack roll.
Hey.
Nice.
Feel my pain.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you fire the smoky reddish black beam of energy, and it nicks the side of the tree and kind of just carves a small hole through the tree, but it's just above where the wolf's body were.
That
You're
was
aiming
a good
little
warning
high.
shot.
Yeah, you aimed a little high on that one.
Winks.
Yeah. That's all I got. I'm just keeping an eye on things because I don't speak animal.
All right. It is actually I was having issues with the wolves' tokens, but it is the wolves' turn. The three remaining wolves, the one that Zoro backhanded essentially, scurries off. And the other two that are still alive kind of follow suit and slink back into the bushes.
Nice.
And we are officially out of combat.
Hey, look at that, guys. We
Nice.
did it. And don't come back either.
Whoa. That wasn't too bad. Could have avoided using a spell, but that's all right. That's all right. We're all alive.
You see this large lumbering grizzly bear.
Bear. Yeah.
That is Zoril kind of like slowly move its way back away from the trees as well.
I thought my dancing was going to be the biggest revelation of today. That's impressive. I like that.
Orn is still over there just eating the rest of that one kill.
All you hear is like this slurping, like crunching noise as Orn is feasting on this slain wolf. And if you want, Orn, you can spend a small period of time turning some of the bones and pelts and skin of this wolf into weapons. I know it's a lizard folk feature. I forget what it's called.
Oh, for real? Ooh, learn me some lizard folkology.
But first you'll have to talk to...
lizard
It's called...
and level up your crafting.
It's called Cunning Artisan. So as part of a short rest. If you take a short rest, you can create shields, clubs, javelins, darts, and blowgun needles from materials from slain creatures.
Ooh, that could be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then is this a place we do get to rest until next time?
Yeah, I mean, easy enough. It still takes about 2 hours for these guys to kind of pick off the rest of the amount of elderflower that they need. Grassroot from the elderflower tree. It's 2 now. If I give myself a third, I'm going to slap myself in the face, but that's a whole nother thing. Takes them another 2 hours, so you're more than welcome to all of you to take a short rest if you so need. Spend some hit dice. Short rest perks and the such. And Orn, if you want to use your Cunning Artisan, roll me a d20.
Blade Song comes back on a long rest, folks.
How do I just... oh no. Oh, D&D Beyond, don't do me like that.
Oh, but...
Okay.
So just a straight d20.
Oh, I found it. Oops. I rolled 2. Oh my god.
2?
No, I mean I rolled 2 dice.
Oh, okay. What was the first number? What was the first number?
Okay, I got it. Here we go. It's a 3.
It's a 3?
Mazel.
I'll say you were in your haste at consuming this wolf and breaking a lot of its bones and body down. You realize, oh, maybe I should make something with this. So with what little pieces of it left, you make a club.
Oh, I made a
You're able to you're able to shape one of its femurs into a usable club. So you can add a club to your inventory.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
And now you have graduated from level 1 Minecraft.
I did get that one.
Okay.
Very Captain America. I got that one.
You guys want to dig some squares up?
So Marugame kind of like... The rest of you take a bit of a short rest, knowing that it's safe, especially considering Zoril is a giant grizzly bear.
Not for long.
Not for long, but
Orn is still
you eventually return back to your normal Goliath self. Marugi comes over. Wow, you guys made real short work of those wolves, and the whole bear thing, that was pretty scary, but really cool at the same time. That's awesome. I think we're done here, so let's wrap up and get to the next place. We got one more stop. It's been fairly easy, fairly minor. Nobody's gotten hurt. Minor scratches. That's good. It's good. It's good. You guys are doing great. Last place.
Mem, what's your name? The pretty lady.
I'm Marugami Mega. I know it's a bit of a... It rolls off the tongue to some, but not to others.
Mega.
So, look, I am, orc soldier, obviously, and...
Right, yeah.
When we do back-to-back battle like this, it is good for the soldiers to take a rest. So perhaps we make camp and continue in the morning.
I I mean, how much time do you need?
How much time you need, guys? I don't know how to tell time.
An hour? Like, if you need an hour or two, sure, but how much time do you think? We don't want to make camp out here in the wild. Are you crazy? We want to get our stuff and get out of here.
No, I mean, we just took a 2-hour respite of sort. And, yeah, you know, it's not like we're 100% going into the last little bit we have here, but it can't be too bad. I think we'll be fine.
Okay, are you guys sure? Like, I can spare like an hour or two, but I don't want to spend all day out in the open fields.
You did see Ezekiel.
Yeah.
You saw him dance, right?
I mean, that was pretty cool. I've never seen someone dance with a sword before, you know?
His feet have to be tired.
Are your feet tired?
I mean, they're tired enough that I could only do about one more of those nice little dances before I'd have to take a full-on good night rest.
Plus, you got the big bite
It's not too far off. The next spot, it's not too far off. We'll just get as much as we can, and then, you know, then we'll head back to town.
Yeah.
What about your man that got the bug of holding on the back? And
oh, he's fine. He's fine. It was just a couple of scratches. It's not too big. I mean, your bear friend here, just
wait, what?
Healed him up. Yeah, Zorro turned into a bear. Healed him previously, so we're good.
Shit.
I healed him.
Yeah, Trovica, I think we're good. I think we could handle a lot worse with a lot less. And
is the bear Zorro?
Yeah, I'm now back to normal.
He's back to a
but I can also be a bear.
Oh shit. This is too much.
Indeed.
I need to sit down.
We've already had a rest. We should press on.
Come on, man. I just talked Lady into taking break.
No, you didn't.
Azazel needs his feet, obviously. Okay, fine. You are all looking at me like I'm the weird one. Okay.
Zillari's asleep against a tree.
So are you just kind of like coasting up next to a tree?
I'm asleep against a tree. You can hear me snoring.
Taking a little nap.
Nice.
All right, Zilri, we're going. Come on.
Okay. Great rest. Let's go then. All the thanks.
All right. Murugame leads everyone to the next location. It takes another about 20-25 minutes as you start heading northward through the open fields again and reach this small rocky area. It's got several different hills, a handful of larger ones that are kind of maybe about 20, that kind of range from 20 to 30 feet high as they roll over and through the grasslands. And there's large stones and rocks and boulders that kind of like situated throughout. Okay, last spot. We just need the what did I say it was the sap. And she kind of goes over to nearby one of these rocky formations, one of these large boulders, and she kind of digs up this small little underbrush underneath it, and you see like this sappy goo that's coming off of this small little, almost like a weed or bush, maybe like fist size in shape. And then she starts scooping it up, putting it in a small container. She's like, all right, this one shouldn't take too long. These ones are fairly easy to get, but there's only so much we can get before they need to bleed again for the next harvest. So let's wrap this up and head back to town. So the harvesters kind of like venture out to each of these small patches of weeds and sift through. I'll get one last round of perception checks from everyone.
I'll do the pepper in the air with diamonds again.
I got an 8.
8.
Ooh, 13.
13.
5.
5.
Oh shit.
Actually, I think you get it at advantage.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Is that a thing owls have?
For an owl.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's got keen eyes. That's not much better. That's 11.
So what do we get? We got 8, 11,
13.
11, 13. We're good?
Yeah.
So the 3 of you kind of like keeping an eye out, the 5 of you as a whole. Just watching, kind of making sure everyone's okay. None of you really notice that on top of one of these larger boulders that kind of like comes out of the side of this one massive hill, none of you really notice this large creature kind of slowly crawling and walking on the edge of the hill with its face just cresting over the hill as the shadow comes up and shows this almost humanoid face and a large mouth with rows upon rows of teeth and dripping and drooling as a large scorpion-like tail kind of whips around, and you hear,
"Will we have little playthings in my den today?"
And that's where we'll end it for today.
Get it, L.O.R.E!
Oh no!
Trovic just throws me.
Also, since time passed, I don't have temporary hit points anymore. I'm just a level 2 wizard.
Unless we suddenly got enough XP to level up.
I'm just a little level 2 wizard now. Gotta really do this down dance so.
Nice.
Yeah, my current hit points, my level 2 hit points, are the same as Trovic's level 1 hit points.
No, I know. Spellcasters are
Wizards.
very brittle. I play sorcerers a lot. They are brittle.
Fun. I'm excited.
A nice little cliffhanger for the next session. Start off with a nice brisk combat with whatever the hell this thing is. So yeah. Thanks everybody for coming out, whoever is there watching. For all my players, I hope you enjoyed today's session. Let's give it a round of applause. Yay! They did well! And until next time, we will return. Start off with a nice fight.
Hell yeah! So, I guess it's my turn, right? Be good to each other, be awesome, and be with love.